Boys.
Welcome back to Boyz on WDIX Sticks.
Welcome to another smooth rendition of the Wine Boys podcast. I'm your host, DJ Salt Nuts.
And the Spud. dropping those hot facts like hot taters.
This is going out for all you horny boys and horny girls out there. We're ready to get intercourse financially.
What did
he say?
Economic intercourse.
We're ready to have intercourse with this economy.
Oh, God. Well, before Joe Biden falls asleep in his Raisin Bran again, let's talk about some stuff on social media. Hi, boys. We're on social media at Wine Boys Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Your fine wine suggestions and silly Twitter videos, wineboyspod@gmail.com. Thank you. We got some fire submissions this week, including somebody passing along this, maybe one of the greatest news snapshots of Joe Biden in the history of time. I'm at @TheZachEdward on Instagram and Twitter. I have nothing to report as far as comedy dates. We're thinking about trying to do our April show that we were going to do in Syracuse in June. I don't think that's going to happen because the governor was like really upset today about everybody asking questions. He was testy today, and we'll talk about it a little bit more on the other side of this. But otherwise, boys, great wine selections for you tonight, and a lot of just fun, witty banter. You know,
yeah, silly boys,
just silly boys.
Okay, boys, you can find me on Instagrams and Twitter at Lord Gerald. Tonight, once again, we got some Philly topics. Politicians asleep at the wheel. This Boyz documentary.
Oh God, it's so good.
So good.
It's so good. It's better than anything on TV right now. So even if you're not a sports fan, which most of you boys that listen are, but I even I got my girlfriend to watch it for a minute. She's like, "Wait, what did he just say?"
Yeah. Okay, boys, let's get into the podcast. You'll hear the intro. And then we'll be back with our wines, and we'll be back and horny, and just back and horny and ready to have intercourse with the economy.
Of course. Yes. Pants at my ankles. Let's do this.
Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys.
Whoa! Oh, you horny.
Boys.
Greetings, salutations to the boys.
Good evening, boy chachos.
I started drinking already.
Oh, you did? I didn't open mine up yet. What you got?
Yeah, so I'm drinking a Pinot Grigio from Italy. It's called...
I haven't heard that one.
It's called Zuccolo.
I'm sure you're pronouncing that right.
Probably. I actually am like 50% Italian.
Okay.
But like I'm one of those good Italians, not one of those greasy Sicilians. So this wine, the best thing, what I've noticed and what I love about Italian wine is they don't describe it at all.
No.
They just go, Pinot Grigio. Enjoy. I'm like, okay.
Pinot Grigio from this region.
That's it.
Yeah.
The thing about Italians is because they're very passionate about everything they do, but just like Italian cooking, everything is minimal. Like 5 ingredients or less, but yet everything tastes amazing. Mm-hmm. It's just because the ingredients are so good.
Yeah. Even pasta, really easy to make.
Really easy to make. It's flour, eggs, and like some water. There you go. And there you go. You have pasta.
Yeah. The only thing that differentiated is like the shape of the noodle.
Yeah.
That's really it.
And you can do whatever you want. We actually, that's the thing is we have a KitchenAid with a pasta thing. Mm-hmm. I've used it once.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was fun that one time, but it's, I mean, not going to lie, it's kind of labor intensive. It's not like, it doesn't take 5 minutes.
No. It takes a while to make pasta, but it's still like.
It's so much different than than dry pasta. Mind you, dry pasta will last in your cabinet for like 100 years, literally. Like it'll be the foundation of the house will be cracking, the pasta will still be standing.
Yeah.
But fresh pasta, like the toothsome, that chew, it's different.
Yeah.
It just slaps differently in the mouth hole.
Okay, so read about your wine.
Sure.
Stuttering over here.
Am I?
No, I was. I said, read. Tell me about your wine.
Yeah. Sound like DJ Jazzy Jeff over there.
I sound like Porky Pig over here.
Porky.
Son of a oh, you.
Oh, you guys. It's a really good impression. So this is, I think that's the wrong wine. I know I pulled the wrong one up. There it is. This is Zuccolo, Pinus Grigio. It is from Caleo, Italy. It actually looks like the town is spelled Coolio, but it's Caleo.
Okay, cool.
It's from northern Italia. Like I said, stay away from the south. This is Pinot Grigio 100% or Pinot Gris. You're going to get notes, you're going to get dry, soft, and bold taste characteristics with citrus and lime on the front end. You're going to get peach and green apple and a lot of tropical pineapple as well, which you do get a lot on the back end with this. Very fruit forward, but finishes very clean. Italian white wines, and especially Pinot Grigios, are the first to come to mind when it comes to best wine variants in all of Italy. There's a lot of Pinot Grigio in Italy. It's kind of like its thing. So yeah, this is 100% Pinot Gris. Okay. And it's, that's like right north of, you're basically tiptoeing in Croatia where this wine is made. It's that close. So it's good stuff. Food pairings, all of everything that you would expect in white wine. Shellfish, aperitif, something that, accompanies a meal. Something that supersedes the meal. Mushrooms, which would actually probably be pretty good. And vegetarian. No offense, but ugh. I'll have a nice vegetable medley with some Pinot Gris. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm not good. All right. Tonight, I have a red boy. This is 19 Crimes, The Uprising. We've had this brand before, but we haven't had this one. Let's see. This is their 2018 red wine, aged 30 days in rum barrels. And it's actually it's an alky boy. It's 15% alcohol by volume.
You love your wines that are aged in bourbon barrels or in liquor barrels.
Really, just wine mixed with liquor. I'm a little slut for it.
Yeah, it'll get you drunk.
It gets you drunk. So this one, though, the back of the box reads, The Uprising, a new wine aged for 30 days in rum barrels, pays homage to Australia's rum rebellion in 1808. Due to the government's hindering of the rum trade, the rebellion was the only time a group of soldiers and citizens banded together to overthrow the government. A portion of this handcrafted wine has thus been aged 30 days in rum barrels and is dark with jammy flavors and a smoky finish. So yeah,
okay. I'm
with it. Gets 3.9 out of 5 stars. So let's see how it fares.
Yeah.
So yeah, bust this little hoe open,
This looks like you're gonna get some bold, dry, slightly acidic notes.
Yep.
I think you're gonna notice some very nice floral flavors on the front end with this.
Of course, a bold, dry, slightly acidic boy.
It's essentially your wheelhouse.
Opening the wine?
No, slightly acidic boys.
Oh yeah.
You having a hard time there, Bucko?
There we go.
It's like he's never used a corkscrew before.
I know. I never used this thing, man.
I should be doing play-by-play on this. He's got it inside the cork. He's twisting. He's got it down to the front edge.
He's almost there. He's
got it. He's to the 5. He's going to lunge across the pylon. Is he in? Waiting for
well.
the referee's signal. Waiting. And
Let me point the mic.
and hold on. And the signal. Touchdown!
You picked that up?
I did. Got it right in my ear hole.
Okay. I love it. All right. Let's pour one.
Put it up to the camera. I want to smell it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I know you just got Smell-O-Vision installed.
I did, yeah. It was expensive, but it was worth it. Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good camera.
Lush. All right.
Lush.
Oh, got a little cork in there.
Oh, jeez.
That's
not cheese rice. That's what I had to say back in the day when I couldn't speak the Lord's name in vain.
Not cheese rice.
Yeah. If you ever felt a really angry, if you felt like you were going to put the Lord's name in vain, you had to go, cheese rice.
Cheese rice. Trice. I don't know.
Yes.
All right.
Jesus crust.
Okay, so what are we going to start with tonight? You want to start with world leaders being asleep at the wheel, or do you want to hop into the Bulls?
Is Kim Jong-un dead?
That was good. I was going to pick up with
because
these world leaders.
I don't know.
I don't know.
His sister looks scary. I mean, if you've ever seen a hooker with no heart, I mean, that's her.
Woo. Honestly, she's colder than a hooker's heart.
I mean, I've never seen a more stern look on a woman before. She's
seen some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
and I've watched a lot of Vanderpump Rules, and I've never seen a more stern look on a woman's face.
Yeah. So, boys, a little background for the boys that aren't so worldly.
If you're not politically inclined.
So, Kim Jong-un is the third leader of True Korea, as the North Koreans say, North Korea. His father was the first one, Kim Jong-il. I'm sorry, Kim Sung. Hold on.
I was gonna say just pull it up because I get them mixed up too. I gotta
pull it up because I forgot his name. Kim Dynasty.
Dynasty, baby.
Their dynasty.
Yeah, Kim Dynasty.
Kim Dynasty.
It's got to be some type of sign for that.
His father was Kim Jong-il.
Correct.
The grandfather was Kim Il-sung.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Which is a great name for a world leader and a rapper.
Yes. So Kim Il-sung, he died. His son took over, Kim Jong-il, and then he died in 2011, I think?
Yeah, 2011 or 2012.
Something like that, somewhere in there. And then his son, Kim Jong-un, took over.
I'll throw it in the Google machine. Kim Il. 2011 he died.
2011, okay.
Yep.
So Kim Jong-un took over. Now currently he is 36 years old.
Mm-hmm.
The word on the street is that he's not been super healthy due to a terrible diet, smoking, working long hours. He is 36 years old, and apparently he is very sick.
Yeah.
Now
he had to have a heart procedure.
I did not know that.
Yes, these are new news clippings that are coming out.
Okay, so
apparently he had to have a heart procedure.
Okay.
Apparently it did not go well.
Oh, so he was absent from North Korea's biggest holiday, which was like basically Kim Il-sung Day. His grand ceremony commemorating his grandfather. And a lot of people were speculating, is Young Un okay? So in the meantime, that means that if he is dead, and if they tell us he's dead, we have no idea how long this is going to go on for, because North Korea is a interesting place.
There's so many interesting is a good way to put it. There's so many different reporting. So like tabloid journalism are saying that like he's in a vegetative state. Yeah. Kim Jong-un has been dead for like weeks.
Yeah.
Some people are saying like they're calling it a botched heart procedure. I mean, there's been so much stuff.
So all we know is something happened to him. and we don't know if he's alive or dead. So
Yeah, these are
last I
all
heard, they
basically
just said
now.
he's
There's
alive.
only certain outlets that are saying unconfirmed reports that Kim Jong Un is in a vegetative state.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like basically me and you going, oh yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
us unaccredited journalists here.
Right.
You
I
know,
like to think he's dead.
I mean,
Just to have a weekend at Bernie situation going on in North Korea.
just hiding his body wherever we could find it.
Yeah. They just kind of prop him up like in a different chair in a different part of the room. Yeah, he's fine. They just put sunglasses on him.
Yeah. So, if I'm not mistaken, the sister is Kim Yo Hong.
Yep.
Man, she's a frightening looking woman.
Now,
you know what picture?
is,
you know what picture I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. What does it say?
Oh, she looks scary.
She beyond scary.
Mm-hmm.
You know this one.
It's not focusing well, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
I was gonna say, I thought
like Voldemort.
Dude, it's frightening. It's downright. She looks. It basically, if it looks like she got caught off guard by a photographer, and they were just like smile, and she was like turned and looked at him like, I will fucking kill you. Like, oh my God,
I will murder you.
I will kill you, literally, like right now. If looks could kill, she would have killed an entire army of Koreans. She's scary.
She looks like a skeleton that they just kind of stretch skin over.
Yeah, and then put like that China doll hair on.
Yeah.
She's frightening.
Little pretty girl. Here's your wig.
She's just like, she looks like she's going to shoot lasers out of her eyes.
Yeah, but what they're saying though is that obviously it's going to create some sort of power vacuum if he dies without appointing a successor. Which,
God damn it, I've heard that phrase so much recently.
Yeah, well,
power vacuum.
He's 36 years old. Actually, they don't even know officially how many kids he has.
Yeah.
They know that they're like, the general consensus is that he has one kid and his wife may have had two more, but the outside world doesn't know how many children he has. But they're definitely not.
Kim was putting in that work.
Ish.
I mean, whatever.
Come on, does he look like he lays pipe?
I got a feeling he's kind of got low key good pipe. Like, I feel like it's probably not an impressive piece of equipment, but he probably like comes a lot. Like, it's like a grain of rice, but it just like shoots out Peter Northside's loads.
He's got volume.
Yeah,
he's got
no.
Volume.
That's actually his memoir is going to be called "No Girth, All Volume."
Like, listen,
it's not
big.
It's not the best piece of equipment.
It's not the best piece of equipment.
Yeah.
All right.
It is the Toyota Corolla of penises.
All right. Listen, you guys got your hybrid clubs. They're made of a composite material, brand new Pro V1 balls. I'm rocking old wood clubs from the 40s. All right, I'm be honest. But what I lack in clubs and equipment, I make up for in the long drive.
What I make up for is literally Hellman-sized loads of cum.
Listen, just minimum 6 ounces of semen.
Yeah, minimum. I'm going 5 to 6 frozen ropes.
that's about 5 shot glasses worth of cum.
Yeah, is anybody not aware how much that is?
That's a lot of cum.
Yeah. Do you think he just does it, or does he do the turkey baster method? Like, maybe he's just revolted from sexual intercourse and he's just like dribbling it across her while she sleeps.
Oh no, I think that I think his wife is totally revolted by him. Like,
he's
wants
not
nothing to do with him.
Yeah, he's not a very handsome man.
No,
he's got great hair. Love his hair.
Because it's North Korea. You know, it's like the last great dictatorship frozen off from the modern world.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he is probably some kind of like he's some kind of like national sex symbol just because of the amount of power he has. However, his wife is like revolted by him. Like, she just, no, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah.
But he has
fucking touch me, bro.
Yeah, but he probably has like a gaggle of like young girls that are just like, you know, wealth, status, like, this is what I want. And he lays ungodly amounts of semen on these women. I mean,
like-
like, you know, you come over to Kim's Palace, get in the tub, wash your ass and your pussy, and then you just sit in the tub. You drain out the water and you sit in the tub naked, and you wait for Kim to
Just
come.
sit in a bear tub.
You sit in a bear tub naked, and you wait until he beckons you.
Can you imagine if that, like, that's his thing? Like, that's,
Yeah, young Un.
yeah.
He probably had. In fact, he
What
probably.
do you think?
Has like
Yeah, if
like
he had a
rapper name,
thing, it
like
would
an
be
American rapper name. What do you think
Kim,
about Dennis Rodman? Segue, but not yet.
not yet, not yet.
Dennis Rodman,
Don't you
like, actually
bust
went
that
to,
nut just yet.
Actually, we shared it on this podcast when Dennis Rodman like came back from.
Oh, and how
North
sweaty
Korea.
and he was sweaty and like crying and disassociated.
Yeah, like literally went through like the Men in Black like flashy light thing where
He was on copious amounts of edibles, and
oh my God,
and it was for his anxiety.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you know much about anxiety, but if you add more drugs to it, it makes it worse. Especially edibles. Christ above.
Absolutely.
Like edibles that's the thing. Okay, with edibles, you walk a fine line. You take just enough, and that's what you're supposed to do. The just enough makes you feel comfortable.
Okay.
Like you get like to the point where you're just like, I take them and I am glue. I'm stuck on the couch. You know, my body feels very fuzzy. Like I feel like I'm having a pillow fight on my insides.
Okay.
If you take too many, then it becomes I'm at a rave. It's going on longer than I wanted to, and now my ears are in front of the speakers, and it's making that humming noise, like wow, wow. That's when you've taken too much.
I think you go to the dark place.
You don't go to no. With edibles, you don't really go to a dark place. You actually can like legitimately make yourself freak out to the point where you black out. And then you just wake up and you're just like, I'm hugging a street light right now. It's 4:00 in the morning and my pants aren't on. So I only have questions. First of which, why am I hugging a street light? And I don't even care about the pants. I don't like them anyway. Really, why am I hugging the street light? That's really my question. Not based on actual events, maybe. But I've seen people. I've seen some shit. But I think it's I think that's what he was. I don't think he was on like cocaine or anything like that. He was sweating, but I don't think that had anything to do with. I think that was like purely like I took too many high grade edibles, and that's the thing. You don't fuck with high grade edibles yet. Yeah.
Slow down.
But yeah, your life will change forever. Like if you take high grade edibles the first time. And listen to your dealer, even if it is the government. Even if the government's giving you edibles at this point. Like I took a candy ring one time. It was only like 20. It wasn't even actually. I think it was only 10 milligrams, maybe 15 tops. And I was great. I was like, this is great. And then meanwhile, I got a friend who was like popping 4 of them. I go, are you sure you want to take like 100 milligrams of edibles right now? And he's just like, yeah, what's going to happen? Sure enough, I had to drive home that night on a stick shift. I'd never driven before. So I'm just like, I'm going to stall this car and we're going to die. So it's all right. Like that's how I learned how to drive stick shift.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Did you
Self-taught.
Did you stall?
For like the first 10 miles.
I'm sure his clutch is shot.
This was a 1994. I think it was the Celica, whatever the hell. There was like the shitty, like new age sport car Toyota.
Okay.
Was it Celica or something like that?
Yeah.
One of the first ones. It was old. Didn't work very well.
Do I know this person?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. We went to college together. Figure it out from there. There's like 8,000 people. But yeah, so that's basically the gist of the story. I got us home. It was a fucking nightmare, but
it worked.
It worked. Yeah. I guess we should just stick with Rodman at this point because I mean that whole. All right, so we're talking about the Bulls documentary series, The Last Dance, which is. If you haven't watched it yet, find it.
Yeah, so
watch it.
At this point, part 4 aired last Sunday.
So they're doing 2 episodes every Sunday.
Yeah,
This is our little quarantine treat.
Yes. And
It was originally supposed to come out, June, right? Or
I
July?
think so, yeah, but they pushed it up because, everybody's inside, which smart move on ESPN because
Oh yeah, this is by far their highest rated programming they've had in multiple years, besides live sports.
Yes. And I mean, let's be honest, there are no live sports right now. So
nope. I watched the 2007 Monday Night Football game between the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys last night.
Wow.
That's how much I was fiending for sports. Now, mind you, I only watched this game because one of my really good friends is a Bills fan, and I told him the game was on. He goes, "Do you remember what happened in that game?" And I completely forgot. But the Bills blew a 9-point lead with like 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter to lose the game. And this is like rookie season Marshawn Lynch Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, what year was this?
2007.
2007.
Okay. Here's bonus points if you know the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills that game. Because
I could not fucking tell you, to be honest.
It was Trent Edwards. You familiar with that name?
Yeah. Wow.
It was his second career start. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This was not a very good Buffalo Bills team. No. They were 1-3 going into that game. Dallas was already 4-0. This was juggernaut Tony Romo years. It was T.O.'s first season in Dallas. They were.
So this was peak inconsistency years for Tony Romo.
This was peak like MVP season years of Tony Romo. So like 07, 08, like those years where he was really good. Like, wow, this guy might be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Okay. I remember these years. I had I want to say it was either 07, 08 or 06, 07 season. I had Tony Romo as a fantasy quarterback, and I remember I was very disappointed because I never knew when to play the guy. He either had like 30 points a game or like 2.
Yeah,
like, he never knew when to fucking play.
He was wildly inconsistent, but when he was on, he was the best quarterback in the NFL at times. Like,
you could put him up against anybody when he was on, but but then he'll go 2 straight games where he has like 8 interceptions. Like
this particular game, he threw 5.
Yeah. You never fucking know. Either he's a quarterback, either he has like a perfect quarterback rating or like a 4. Like, you never know.
Wildly inconsistent. But when he was on, he was on. So basically, that's how much I'm starving for live sports. Is I had to go back and watch that. But man, was it funny to see the Bills lose like that. It was like, this is awesome. But anywho, so I'm watching episode 3 and 4. Now, I'd watched the first 2 episodes. I actually had to go back because I missed the first half of the first episode, which was pretty good because it did kind of lay the groundwork of how truly sociopathic Michael Jordan was when it came to winning.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, this guy is a nut job. But it's a nut job in a good way. It makes me want to be a better player as far as whatever I want to do. I mean, it really motivates the shit out of you.
I think Phil Jackson was the one that said the only guy on the team that knew how to use his on-off switch was Michael Jordan, and he never turned it off. Yeah, like just fucking wild. I mean, and they show him, which, by the way, I hate this thing that they always throw in there. Whenever somebody talks about young Michael Jordan, they always bring up how he got cut when he tried out for his high school basketball team.
Yeah, that's the chip, though. They get to the proverbial chip on his shoulder.
But he was a sophomore trying out for varsity.
Yeah. They don't go on to tell you that he then made that team.
The next year when he grew 4 inches.
When he grew, because he grew from 6'1" to 6'5".
Yeah.
And then ultimately went to college at 6'7" or 6'6".
6'6". He grew another inch or 2 or whatever.
Whatever. Big athletic point guard at 6'6".
But still, it's like, okay, you are a sophomore in high school, so you're 15, and you're playing against 17 and 18-year-olds mostly. Baby, there's a difference there.
Yeah.
Like,
and he was skinny. He was
a very skinny.
They even go into it in the documentary, like ad nauseum, when he was just like his first couple seasons when he goes, I'm getting bullied, because the way the NBA was in the mid 80s it was a big man's game. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah. Hakeem Olajuwon went number 1 overall in the same draft year.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Sam Bowie, who is by far the most benign pick in the history of the NBA.
Yeah.
Goes before Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Because he's 7 feet tall, and that's not teachable. Height is not teachable.
Remember when they were interviewing a bunch of guys that were like the top players at the time?
Yeah, you have like Walt Frazier,
yeah,
like
Clyde Frazier and all that. Like he's saying like,
it's a big man's game.
This is a big man's game. He's only 6'6". He's not going to be a franchise player. Or whatever. Like,
meanwhile, fast forward 2020 NBA. Yeah, 2020 NBA. You run four guard lineups half the time.
Yeah.
Tallest guy on the floor is 6'8".
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your center, bucko. Like, it's
well, it's your power forward, but he's long and athletic, like
he also can shoot.
Yes,
they all can shoot.
Yeah, everybody can shoot.
Everybody can shoot. All 5 guys on the floor can make a 3.
All 5. I mean, but the game has changed so much now. I mean, now it's really just.
It's all about shot volume.
Yep.
It never used to. So like
pass the ball around, put up a 3. You let the power forwards get the rebound.
Yeah, that's the thing. When obviously the big man's game is because it was all about efficiency. Like the NBA games were like 95 to 94. Like those are the games, and they were only that high scoring because the defenses were like, I'm going to nap in the fourth quarter.
Yes. And
then you have like the intricacies of the plays. Like the playbooks now are just like run fast and score points.
Yep.
They're all running. Yeah, the proverbial run and gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you got Phil
Warriors
Jackson.
Are the perfect example.
Yeah, they're running
Warriors from a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but they kind of have a fixed 4 over. They run that box 4 over 1 offense. It's basically 4 guys on the perimeter, but 1 guy inside.
Yep.
And then they kind of do. It's basically a lot of ball screen loops.
Yep.
We can sit here and do an X's and O's all day, but I feel like John Gruden again. It's just
we're breaking down.
Why don't you tell me why you like that play so much, buddy? Huh?
Okay, but back then. It was a very physical game. I mean, especially when you look at when they talked about when they played against Detroit in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
And those like bad boys Detroit teams. I mean,
there's a 30 for 30 about them.
Yes.
Which is fantastic.
Oh, it was great.
Because I used to love John Sally back in the day when he was on the do you remember when he was on the Best Damn Sports Show ever?
Yes. Best Damn Sports Show period.
Yeah, well, it used to be the Best Damn Sports Show period or ever. I don't remember. Yeah,
I think it was period.
It was on the OG Fox Sports Network.
Yes.
And it was one of my favorite shows on TV. That was like the stuff I would pop. Yeah, when I get home from school, that came on.
Yeah.
And it was just John Sally, like still talking with like that big dick energy when he was playing with like the Detroit Pistons back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's just like what was the game plan? The game plan was if you came in the paint, hurt him.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
That's the game plan.
We're throwing elbows. I mean, imagine like Bill Laimbeer just clobbering you when you come in the paint.
Yeah. I don't want
to that whole big Caucasian body.
Yeah. Because it was, Laimbeer, John Sally. Who's the other guy?
Oh, fuck.
He's always the odd man out.
Hold on.
And
Dennis Rodman also.
Rodman was on the team.
Yep. And they were all defense.
All, yes, 6'10".
Except for Isaiah Thomas. He carried the offense.
And, Joe Dumars, too, but he was more of a defender. Yeah. But, man, you forgot how good those Pistons teams were in the late 80s.
Let's see, Bad Boy Pistons.
It's not McAdoo. No, it's, oh, God, I always forget his name.
Rick Mahorn.
Mahorn, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine that. Your front court, or I'm sorry, your back court line. Your front court line is Laimbeer, Rodman, and then Sally, and then Mahorn comes in just to clean up the mess.
Yeah,
just like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah.
How is anybody supposed to get by that? And then when they do, they get murdered.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, you got through the first line of defense? Well, guess what? You're dead. Yeah. It's incredible that anybody survived the 80s in the NBA.
Oh my God. Yeah, the 80s. And they just show that like montages of these guys like fighting and just like bodies. But even then, it wasn't just the Pistons either. I mean, shit, remember watching those old games where like Patrick Ewing was playing?
Oh yeah.
Charles Barkley too?
Mm-hmm.
Like in that period, like the late 80s in the NBA, like dude, those just big enforcers.
That's all they. Well, but that was the game. The game was all about height.
Yeah, or what's his name? The Admiral.
Oh, David Robinson.
Yes, David Robinson. Him too. Thirsty?
Yes.
Gotta hydrate.
I'm thirst trapping over here. Yeah, it's like I said. I think so. My favorite part of this whole series so far
is the way Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen just verbally abused Jerry Krause.
Yes, that's actually only my third favorite part. Which
you gonna do layups, Jerry?
I was gonna say the bullying is mwah. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
It will make anybody kill themselves. It's so good. I can just imagine if somebody made fun of somebody like that in 2020 on Twitter. Oh my god! Oh, tar and feather this man. But Michael Jordan does it. It's laugh out loud funny.
Yes, it is hilarious.
It's oh my god! Did you see? Yeah, if mind you, I do that to somebody. Mind you, I'm like Jerry Krause's height. So it's like, actually check that. Jerry Krause is like 4'12". He's the tiniest man in the history of time.
He's a human penguin.
He is the leprechaun underneath the rainbow. Like he is a tiny, tiny man. But that's my favorite.
Is bad because he looks like he has Down syndrome.
Okay, but he's a smart man.
I didn't say that he was dumb. I just said he looked like he had.
He did. Yeah, I was just saying
chromosome.
I'm just saying.
I mean, tell me he doesn't.
I can't ask him. He's dead. So
I mean, what? I mean, let's be honest. All right,
he definitely had the
dick, thick neck.
Yeah,
stocky stature.
Could be. He had superpowers, and his superpower was putting together like the greatest team in the '90s.
Yeah, yeah.
And then getting so insanely jealous of them because he wasn't getting his cred that he was just like 1997. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna break you off.
Yeah.
He basically was just
fuck
like,
you guys.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Oh, nobody's fun. Why isn't anybody telling me that I'm doing good? You know?
Which is crazy because any GM in the world would be like, we're keeping this team together until the wheels fall off.
How much money do we have? Can we give it all to them? Just give it them all.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Give Michael as much money as he wants, and then tell Scotty that he'll take a very low-paying offer in his first contract.
Yes. Which is fucking wild. They say he was what, the
122nd highest paid player in the NBA.
Yeah, he
122nd, sixth on the Bulls.
Which, I mean, are there even 100?
Steve Kerr made more money than he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Now, mind you, Steve Kerr, love him. Sidebar: a lot more swag than I thought Steve Kerr had in the 90s. Like some of those interviews he was putting out he was putting some fire out there.
Oh yeah, Steve Kerr has swag.
You knew it as a coach because some of his press conferences are fantastic. Then I realized that, man,
but then you realize, like, okay, I knew that he played. I figured he had the swag. I mean, granted, in '97 I wasn't watching the press conferences really because I was 7, but I figured he played for the Bulls.
You were sleeping in your NBA logo bed sheets.
Very true.
Me too.
Very true.
Same. Oh, that. The nostalgia trip of the show. The amazing logos from the '90s. Oh, I love that burnt orange Cavaliers logo with the baby blue.
Oh my god, it was so good.
It's my
favorite. The Atlanta Hawks.
Yes.
Oh, like yeah.
They're so good. Everything about the 90s. Mm-hmm. Just the font, the ridiculous font styles.
Yeah.
It's just like what guy on cocaine came up with this Raptors logo? I mean, I'm fine with it. You remember the old Raptors logo? It looked like a lightning strike that had Tourette's midway through. It was like,
it's good.
It's fine. It says Raptors. It looks like it says Rapture. Fuck it. Like that's basically how it was. Bold scripture. Like it was. Yeah. But
John
not even
Paxson
the point.
Was making more money than Scottie Pippen.
I actually don't know if John Paxson. I'm pretty sure it went almost like this, and I don't know it off the side. I actually tried to look it up beforehand. I couldn't find it.
Okay.
But if I was to guess, Michael was the highest paid guy.
Obviously.
I think so.
Actually, because I remember them saying that both Michael and Scotty were in much longer contracts than they should have been, and they signed their contracts before they started winning the championships.
Correct. But Michael got a restructured contract.
Yeah.
And endorsement money. A lot of endorsement
money isn't part of your NBA contract. That's a separate.
Okay, yeah. So you're saying just NBA salary?
I'm saying
totals NBA earnings. I'd say
Rodman was making the most.
He came over.
Exactly.
Usually free agency contracts are going to be front loaded.
Absolutely. So that's why I say that.
Yeah, Rodman,
especially because he was coming over from
probably even fucking Tony Kukoc, Ron
Okay.
Harper. He came over.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember a couple episodes ago we had a conversation about Ron Harper came up in conversation.
He did?
I don't remember why, but it was super random. Oh, here we go. Oh boy. Watch out, Animal Crossing. Oh God. Okay, ass is right in my face.
But I'm going to assume, as far as pay goes, I'm going to assume.
Did you catch that by any chance?
With a cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the whole thing.
I
had some pussy on the screen.
But
I'm going to say number one was probably Rodman, then Jordan, then
Kukoc.
Okay. What about Horace Grant?
He was there.
Yeah.
Kukoc and Grant, still paying big men at this time.
Okay, so we'll say two. So we're at four. Yeah. All right. And then Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
And then Scottie Pippen.
Let's just wrap that up in a bow, shall we?
Okay, and then we'll say 7 was John Paxson.
We'll just say Ron Harper, a distant 8th. All
right.
Who's the other big man? Oh God, I always blank on his name. Hold on. It'll come to me. Hold on. Oh God, what's his name? Not Robert. Robert Parrish is on those teams too. Forgot about that. The 97 team.
Yeah.
Who am I thinking of?
I forgot that they traded Charles Oakley.
Luke Longley.
Yeah.
Remember Luke Longley?
Yeah. No, I forgot that they traded Charles Oakley though.
Yeah, that big Australian MFer. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Scary man.
Bill Winnington. Oh, man. Best Canadian basketball player since Ronnie Cycli.
Still made more money than Scottie Pippen.
What a horrible joke that must have been for the longest time. Scotty's out, he's smoking a cigar at the club, and it's just oh, look, it's Luke Longley. Still making more money than Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, it's hey, this broke boy Scott. His broke boy 33 over there.
No, he just wanted to provide for his family. He's a very humble country Arkansas boy. Still, God, the thing about Scottie Pippen, deepest voice, but he just he still speaks so softly, slow and soft, but it's so deep and rugged. It's just, it sounds he kind of sounds like a more rugged, Morgan Freeman. Yeah. So if you just added if you lowered the decibels a little bit on Morgan Freeman, I think you get Scottie Pippen's voice. It's the Penguins will watch it.
He's also about 9 inches taller than Morgan Freeman too.
Yeah. He's a basketball player.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Finally, Scottie Pippen getting fed up with his contract situation. Big flex decides to take a late surgery before the regular season.
Big dick swinging.
But the thing is, though, is the support that he had. Of course, you're going to support your second best player.
Right.
When they're trying to get trying to get Phil Jackson to incriminate himself, and he's just no, it's a great fucking move. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. But even then, and just proof that team would have been nothing without Scottie Pippen. They could barely get above 500 when Pippen was out.
That's true. But I don't. It's not that they think they would have been nothing. I still think they would have been competitive, because even the best play. Look at LeBron's Cleveland Cavalier teams.
They wouldn't have made the playoffs.
That was basically what you were dealing with without Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
So I can see that, but it's true. Michael Jordan obviously is the guy as far as endorsement, and he's going to be he's going to carry the NBA. He's the brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is, they touch upon that in the show too. They don't miss anything.
No.
The whole beat.
I mean, even when they talked about how there was this narrative being spun that like Michael Jordan is supposed to be the guy, and you know, there was a huge concern that basically like the bad boy Pistons were gonna destroy him, like, and pretty much ruin his entire career.
Yeah.
You know, break him in half or whatever, and then he can't play again.
Yeah. The animosity that's true hate still to this day. So like when they're bringing up stuff about like Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan, like those are the two, like, I mean, those are the two guys that butted heads the most in like the 80s and even the beginning parts of the 90s. And it's just like they're showing video of each person. And you got Michael Jordan, who's just like, this guy's a lying sack of shit, basically. Like, he
was like, here's what he's going to say.
Yeah. They were talking about it in reference to when the Bulls finally beat the Pistons to go to the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
In 91. And it was the first time they finally got over that Pistons hump after losing 2 consecutive years to them.
Yes.
So instead of, what you do, after you lose, you get in line, you shake each other's hands, good series, good game. You do it's a gentleman thing, sportsmanship.
Right. And so then you go back to the locker room, you beat your wife.
Yeah, you go back to the locker room, you punch your locker, you threaten to kill somebody, and you go home.
Yep. That's it.
In that order.
Very, very quiet. And
yep.
You're okay after a few days.
You quietly eat food. Your wife makes you upset. You slap her around. This is what NBA players did.
This is what men do.
Yeah. Now, it's a different time.
Yep.
Let me preface that by saying it's a different time. Yep. But yeah, so so Bulls beat that ass. They finally get over that Pistons team in 91.
Yep.
The game sealing or the series sealing game at the end of it, the Pistons just leave the floor with like 10 seconds left.
Yes.
They're just like, fuck you guys, we're out of here. Which is not the most sportsmanly thing you can do.
Yeah.
And then you have like Jordan, who is just like, no, we shook your hands. Like, I was pissed and I wanted to leave the floor, but you know what? I'm a man and I'm going to man up and say you beat me today.
Yeah. I stayed here. Good game. And I went back to the locker room and I beat my wife.
Yeah. This is what men do.
This is what men do.
This is what men do. So I smoked a cigar. I beat my wife. It was a big cigar.
Big cigar.
Dude, his
with it too.
Dude, it looks like a pretzel stick.
Oh, God.
Gigantic.
When they first showed him smoking a cigar, I was like, that looks like an extra long, like, blunt.
Yeah.
Like, is that a backwood?
Is that a backwood? It's kind of what I was thinking too. I was like, pristinely rolled.
Yeah, Michael, you have too much money to be smoking backwoods. Like,
yeah. No, he's just like, no, I have a little Cuban boy in my basement. He rolls them for me.
He's 12 and hairless.
Yes.
Very nimble fingers.
Yes, his name's Pablo. He'll roll you one as well. So there's
Julian.
Oh, it's Julian. Give me one of those backwoods.
Ding, ding, ding. Julian.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Jordan's thirsty.
23 is thirsty.
23 is thirsty. Give me the 17 year, please. Thank you. So so they left the floor, and then like 20, 30 years later, almost, they play the excerpt from Isaiah Thomas for this interview. Yeah, for this series. And then they play it back to Michael Jordan. And as they're handing him the tablet, it's like talking about this. He's like, Isaiah talked about that situation. And he's just like, that motherfucker's a liar. He's
like,
just,
I don't need to watch this shit.
I don't need to watch
what
he's
going to say.
I already know what he's going to say. He's going to lie. And he's going to cover his tracks.
We did stay on and we did shake his hands. Maybe he did leave a little too soon.
Yep, he's going to say it was a different time. He's going to. He basically said exactly what he said. Like he goes, I already know what he's going to say. And he did. And he goes, I told you. He's just like, why did you think I wanted to see that? Like, he was angry. Like,
just bitter, angry Michael Jordan. It's like, dog, you won.
He's still like that.
Yeah.
All this, like,
holds those feelings to this day.
How can somebody with that much, not only that much success, that much money, that still, I guess, like, I guess maybe that's the part of my life that I haven't figured out yet. Is I need to be humbled and unhappy until I just need to be humble and unhappy the entire time.
Yeah.
And humble and unhappy, but like be successful with it.
Yeah.
So like take my success to the next level and go, nah, there's got to be more. There has to be. What haven't I done yet? Well, I haven't bought a tiger. Like I got to get a tiger.
Well, even then, like, okay, Michael Jordan at this point is a billionaire, right?
Like 2 times over.
Yeah.
With just the shoes.
Yeah, he didn't make $1 billion in his basketball career.
No.
He made that shit selling shoes.
Selling shoes and Big Macs and American Express cards.
Yeah. So that's where the money came from. Going out there and killing yourself, to beat the fucking Sacramento Kings on Tuesday night. You'll make a lot of money doing it, but you're not going to make $1 billion doing it.
He became a mogul because he became a businessman.
Yes. Well, remember that picture I sent you of Michael Jordan, like, in black and white? It just says, fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah, because the knock on Michael Jordan is like, they have these shoes and they're super expensive. They make them in limited quantities. And you have kids that are killing each other over these shoes and how expensive they are and how rare they are and all that shit.
Yeah.
And, and the response from Michael Jordan is pretty much like, I don't give a fuck.
Fuck them kids.
They love these shoes. I'm going to keep selling them.
Yeah.
So
until they stop buying them shoes, I will not stop selling them shoes.
Yeah.
These shoes are going to be ongoing. I mean, mind you, I'm a pretty big sneakerhead. I mean, I've never been a big Jordan fan because they're just too big for my feet. Mm-hmm. Like they're just big shoes. And I'm not a big shoe guy. Like not like I like shoes, but I'm not. They're just meaty. It's a good way to describe them.
What's a basketball shoe?
I know they got meat to them.
Yeah,
too much meat. I know, but I'm more like the lifestyle sneaker. Mm-hmm. I guess, and I like classic Air Max. I'm a big Air Max like 90 guy. I like the 95s. I like even the 270s. I mean, they're just kind of my thing. I really like I was actually a big Air Force One fan back in the day, but
okay. Also a big shoe though.
It is a big shoe, but if you find them, you gotta get a mid.
You got the mids, so boys with a strap on them?
Yeah, I did have a pair of mids with a strap. Yeah, it was a different time. It was in 7th grade, man. What do you expect?
Yeah.
I was 13 years old and wearing like P. Miller sweatsuits.
I remember those days.
God, can you imagine? Oh God, P. Miller fucking sweatsuits and Air Force Ones. Stuff? No. I think I burnt it with the rest of my feelings somewhere. Like, wow. Gotta bury these. Light them on fire.
Out somewhere.
I'm proud.
Just gotta pop back up with like a pair of Air Force Ones. We get the lows though.
Yeah.
Get the lows like the.
I always see where we live a set of low cut Air Force Ones at a dirty gas station usually.
Yeah,
like,
but you
with Jenko jeans.
You're a homeowner though. So
yeah, I'm an adult.
You wear the lows white on white, not black on black, because you're not a scumbag.
Not a scumbag.
No, and you keep them clean, and then you pull up and you're just like, hey, how's it going?
Hey kid, hello fellow kids, how's it going?
Hi fellow teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Last pair of sneakers I bought were a pair of Stan Smiths.
Yeah, it's an adult shoe.
It's a very adult shoe.
It's a very adult shoe.
With my wearing with khakis.
Yeah. That's skilly do.
Yeah, highly dooley there, neighbor.
Yeah.
It's a very adult shoe.
That's the kind of shoe that tucks his sweater vest into his pants. That's the kind of shoe that is.
Now here's the thing. I used to buy Jordans and Dunks, and this is back when we were in high school.
Did you ever have pumps? Ever?
I never had the pumps. No.
I had a pair of 94 pumps.
Okay.
It was like the most OG, like little kid shoe I ever bought, but it was so much fun to pump them up.
I also had a pair of Deons.
Did you?
The Turfs, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I had OG Ken Griffey Jr. shoes back in the day. Remember the Griffies?
Ooh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had the little pebble spikes. Yeah, they had the little pebble spikes in them.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Those are the shit.
Those are good shoes, man.
They're good shoes. Still a big shoe though.
I know. I got them in emerald green though. They were the Mariners edition. Couldn't pass those up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, a lot of those athletic. It's funny though because we look at a lot of those sneakers now, we're just like they're so big, but like
But that was how they were. I mean,
yeah,
Steve.
well,
I guess even today though, like I look at a mid-size like Air Jordan,
Mhm.
and I'm like, it's still a big shoe. It's definitely less. There's definitely less shoe than there used to be.
Well,
It was like
because the technology's improved.
It was like they were just putting shoes inside of shoes. Like that's what it looked like.
Well, you figure. I mean, back then it was. I mean, you're playing basketball.
It was the style though, too, though, right? Like big
style,
shoes, long, like long, baggy jeans, long shorts.
Yeah.
Like,
but it was. Those shoes were definitely designed first because they're like, okay, these guys are gonna play a full court basketball game in these shoes, so they have to have support.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of jumping, there's a lot of pivoting,
there's a lot of size in those shoes.
There are big men wearing these shoes, moving fast, jumping up and down, making quick cuts and pivots, like expensive big men at that. You know, these guys have multi-million-dollar contracts. If the shoe sucks and fucking, you know, Dikembe Mutombo blows out his ACL, you know, it's not going to look good on Nike or whatever. So, but as technology's improved, like the shoes have gotten better. So, I mean, even remember like Kobe's last shoe that he played in. I mean, those shoes were literally holding this man's whole foot together. And they look like fucking, you know, cute little soccer boots. So, or even the LeBrons have gotten a lot smaller, but they're just as supportive. You there, Boo?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I saw something. I was like, what is that?
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Except for that one shoe that Zion was wearing, right?
Yeah.
Remember that? That had to be, what, a year ago? When,
almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
When literally the tread of the shoe just exploded.
Yeah, well, what happened was he was wearing a pair of Kyrie's, which, you know, Kyrie is 6'2", weighs 100.
Boo this man! Boo!
Yeah, Kyrie is not a big dude.
No,
So
he's got the ankle support of a small man.
Yes,
Not a 6'7", 290-pound boy. He is a boy. He is a boy.
I mean, the man has no facial hair, but he can jump 14 feet into the air like a full-size tiger.
His balls hasn't even dropped. His balls haven't even dropped yet, but he can smash his head on the side of the backboard.
Oh my god! How big do you think
he still squeaks when he talks? No. I'm just kidding. But
how big do you think Zion's balls are? Do you think he's got like a Joey Diaz?
Probably. Oh god, yeah. I know he's got some elephant trunks on him. Yeah, jeez, he's got fucking. You want to see some nuts? He's got big.
I remember you sent me that video of Joey Diaz showing his
great balls,
his ball bag.
Good balls, man. Big, lush.
That man's got a set of balls on him.
Well, with confidence comes big balls.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not just an expression. Like if you've got listen, I got big balls. Not a great, it's not a wonder. Like I said, again, real estate. We're working with minimal real estate, but I got to tell you. The balls on this real estate are phenomenal. We're talking lakefront view.
Listen, that man had $11.38 worth of Wegmans Chinese buffet in those pants. Okay, I mean, the dude had a sack on him.
Fucking, it looked like two. It basically looked like two rolled in sets of grape. Like it was like a full grapefruit. Like it was. Or just two navel oranges.
It's like when you cut a grapefruit in half, but it still hasn't quite like gone in half yet, so they're still kind of connected.
Yeah,
it's like two clementine oranges in a sandwich bag. Like, are you boys at home getting how many balls this man has? This is a good size sack.
I got to tell you, we're being very vivid in our imagery this evening.
It's like a grocery store chicken in that bag they give you with the juice in it.
Did I ever tell you? Oh God,
that's a lot of balls.
There's a comedian that has a great bit about that. It's Steve Ranazizi who plays Kevin on the League. He talks about like how he he's like, you never want to get to the point where you're so drunk you have to get a grocery store chicken. Like it's just where you just like you're just going in there and you're just eating it out of the bag like a savage. Like yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. So what are we circling back to? That the group,
Joey
the last
Diaz's balls.
Oh yeah, they're tremendous.
I mean, I've seen porn balls that are not that big.
Yeah. It's just listen, man. Some people are just blessed with good balls. I gotta tell you,
great balls, man.
I'm pretty proud of mine. I always say, if anybody, if you want to do me the good old look down, you just go, you know what? Like I said, not a great piece of equipment. God, nice big set of nuts on that guy. Like, just nice.
I don't think my balls really stand out from the crowd. I got a standard pair of eggs on me. Mm-hmm. It's cool. I mean, the piece itself, it's good. Gets the job done. I
would say, I think I'm a grower, not a shower for sure. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a decent piece.
I got a little bit of show money.
I was
a little bit like flash cash.
I think no, I mean, I just got enough to, you know, listen, it does the job at the end of the day.
Like, it's like whenever you watch those buddy cop movies, and then they always talk about how, like, we're going undercover, we're posing as a drug lord, so, like, we need a certain amount of cash on us to seem legit, a little bit of flash cash.
The front money. The flash cash,
I got a decent amount of, like, flash cash on me. Like, I could buy a couple kilos. But
I'm the guy that comes in, like 5 minutes into that scene and starts shooting.
Okay. Yeah, just panics.
Yeah. Oh God.
But are you coming like Kim Jong-un amounts? It's called comedy. It circles back.
I thank you. You know what? I think, you know, I have to wait like several moments before I'm done. So yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
It's not like that's it. Like it's like it's convulsing. It's like
we all have our earthquake and then we have our aftershocks.
Oh yeah, that's basically
how the world works, man.
Yeah, if we're equating my specimen to a natural disaster, I would equate it to an earthquake. Yes.
Okay.
Because it's like your initial, and it's like the Richter scale is tipping. You know, and then after it's over, it's just shame. And you look at your sheets and you go, I gotta do laundry tomorrow. It's just that's mostly
do laundry tomorrow.
It's my least favorite part of coming is just knowing you have to do the laundry the next day.
Or you sleep. Always come on your sheets?
No, like sometimes it's dark and I miss. Like it's not.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not 100% shot every time. I can't fill up a belly button every single time. Like,
I mean, I at least get it on the belly, like, you know.
Yeah, that's usually the move, but sometimes it's dark and I fall and like I'm not by.
You're just in erotic bliss and you just lose your balance and fall.
I'll tell you a story. We must, because it was just silly. It's probably a couple months ago, and I remember it because it was just like so random. But I was making sweet love, and I was getting to the to my part. Yeah, I was getting to my part. I was playing power bottom, and I was just
okay. So she was pegging you.
Yeah. So I was getting power bottomed, and so needless to say, so I'm on the bottom, and it's
milk me, mama.
Yeah, it's being whatever's transpiring, and it just came on like really suddenly, like it just came on faster than I thought I was going to. So I was in a good groove, and then it was just like, oh God, I'm gonna, and I kind of panicked.
You're laying down a good bass groove.
Yeah, and then I kind of panicked, and I was like, hey, get up. And it was like, what? I was like, get up. So I kind of just like gave a little push and I tumbled. But still, as I tumbled, I was coming. So I was falling.
Mhm.
So all I was thinking, so I got up after I was done. I was like, oh shit, that was like the Matrix.
So did you like fall off of the bed? Or?
No, I hung on, but like, so I went right side to left side. It's not a California king. You're sleeping on a queen, but like, but I did the tumble, but I still like managed to not get any on the sheets. And I was like, that is fucking phenomenal work.
So where did it land? The floor?
No, it was all over the real estate.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, I did a really good job, didn't I?
It's a win. You don't have to change the sheets.
That was essentially my first thought. Like that's always my first thought after I get done. Not, oh, that was great. That was, do we have to clean the sheets?
Wow. So you're just sitting here feeling like Tiger on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't have to clean the sheets.
I played the wind too. Like wow. I got an 80 yard wedge shot coming in. Probably going to get the 56 degree out here. Really play the wind. Wow. And just rock it to like 5 feet. Yeah.
Like I got laser focus. Tiger playing against Phil.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wearing the red and black today, baby.
Yeah, red and black on Sunday. Yeah. What do you think, Johnny? Sandwich here? I think I'll...
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, give me
sandwich.
Yeah, give me the 52. I'll just poke this one in there inside 5 feet. Do what I do.
And then we'll just, put it for the green jacket. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Act like you've been there before.
I just think of that one gif of like Tiger, like he just sinks the putt and then he just goes like,
and that's
like that's how you felt.
That's my favorite one. It's not my favorite gifs of Tiger Woods online, or not even like the exuberant like fist bump. It's like just a little smile and like just a little like
just
the
like
fist just
smile and he just like just so happy.
Yeah. That one's for you, Dad. Like
yeah. Like he's looking up at his dad.
Yeah, he's proud.
Dad is up in heaven with like.
Meanwhile, we're equating that beautiful moment of him like of him. Basically saying, I played this tournament for you, Dad, in heaven, as I'm equating it to my cum. As I'm flying across my not getting on the sheet. That's what I'm gonna do from now on. Yeah. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for giving
a press conference like Kevin Durant, you the real MVP.
You the real MVP. Thanks for giving me this fantastic aim, but the grace of a giant.
Oh, the grace of a giant. I thought you were talking about Tiger. I mean, you're talking about yourself. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about myself. I have the grace of a man with 2 geriatric knees. Like just like I'm gonna die if I get up and move.
Yeah.
But can I land some cum?
Man with geriatric knees.
Greg Oden?
I was gonna say Phil Jackson.
Oh,
you've got some hot takes about Phil Jackson.
Okay, I love. Okay, Phil Jackson.
I did not realize that he was such a hippie.
Yeah, of course he was. He's the Zen master. But you don't get the name. You don't get the nickname the Zen master without trying some drugs.
But I just never.
I'm going to sleepaway camp. Where are you going? Phil Jackson's house? Like.
I mean, yeah, he is. The most decorated coach in NBA history.
Yeah, I was talking about because like I'm watching this and I was tweeting about it too, but I was just like looking back and forth and I was just like, so like Phil Jackson, like I just wanted to go. I would go to one of his coaching seminars and I wanted him to just like sit me down and just be like, "We're gonna try LSD," and I was like, "What does this have anything to do with the triangle offense, Phil?"
Listen, all right, we're gonna leave this hotel convention center. We're going to go out to the desert. We're going to smoke some peyote, and we're going to go on a vision quest.
And this is going to teach me how to run the triangle? Exactly.
You have to find your inner triangle. I'm just like, holy fuck, this guy's good.
He's going to associate it to finding your inner beast. He'll be like, find your inner animal.
Find your inner animal.
Bring out your instincts and then run the triangle.
Now run.
You're a wolf. You're a wolf. Run the triangle.
Then he just walks up to you because he's ridiculously tall also.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
Oh, God. The thing is, though, is that he's like that gangly white tall. Mm-hmm. So he's just like, when he's in practice and he's wearing like those black denim jeans.
Yeah.
It's just,
by the way,
and he's got his hand on his hip and he's being very I don't know what the right word is. Like he's being like demonstrative, but he's got his hand on his hip, so I can't really take him that seriously.
Yeah. Well, you look at him, the way he stands, the way he walks, you just tell like his knees and his lower back and his shoulders are just shot.
Completely fucked up. Absolutely.
Totally fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by the way, though, the footage they showed of him like coaching the teams and like screaming at like the refs in Puerto Rico, I'm like, wow, Phil Jackson was a Tomcat back in his day.
I know.
Pretty handsome guy.
Handsome guy. That lip mitten. Oh God, the mustache.
Wow.
Yeah, my favorite though is
your magic carpet.
Oh God, his porn stash was on point. Ooh, mustache rides for Phil tonight.
God damn.
My favorite, and I had to it's plastered all over all of my social media, is that the screenshot of him in the taxi cab, that black and white photo.
Yeah.
When he is very much tripping on acid.
Yes. He is in fucking downtown Manhattan.
Yeah.
Just because it's back when he played for the Knicks. It's just fucking back when Times Square was just like hookers and like drugs. Studio 54 and porno.
Studio 54.
Yeah.
The 60s and 70s, the good old days.
Yeah.
Yeah, as guys
back
like Phil.
New York turned into a bike lane.
Yeah, as the great Phil Jackson would say, this is when I found my zen.
Yeah. I found my zen in the concrete jungle.
Yeah. I actually did so much LSD in the summer of 71 that that's where I actually came up with the original concept of the triangle offense. Could you imagine he's at Studio 54 and he's just writing it on a napkin? And people are just like, what the fuck are you just drawing shapes, Phil?
He's drawing up like schemes for basketball offenses.
Yeah, meanwhile, people think he's doing geometry, and he's just like, no, this is how it's going to work. Everyone's just like, you're a dumbass, Phil.
I will show you in 20 fucking years.
I will show you in 20 fucking years when I lead the greatest basketball team ever.
Yeah, and then meanwhile, Studio 54, like you got just a 70s Harry Bush like this close to his face. And he's like, not now.
I'm drawing triangles on a napkin.
Drawing a fucking offense here. Like,
and everyone's just like, look at this fucking nerd.
Yeah, fucking nerd. And just like, you want this pussy, baby? You scared of it? And he's like, bitch, this is my legacy.
Yeah, I'm trying to design a contemporary offense that people will replicate for generations. Meanwhile, 70s Bush in his face, rails of cocaine all around him, and that's when you knew Phil was the Zen master.
Phil was the Zen master.
He put blinders on in every which direction, and you got all of his teammates and friends being like, Phil's a fucking pussy, like he doesn't get it. We'll go out and party with you guys. Meanwhile, 20 years later, flash forward, and there he is wearing his dark Levi jeans. They're way too dark.
Flannel shirt tucked in.
And he's just gangly, tall.
Yeah.
And he's just hammering the point home. Yes, boys, we're going to do a lot of geometry today.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I guess I don't get it. And then you're like, oh, you'll get it, son.
You're going to get it.
And it's still to this day. It's like, it just works. It's just consistent, timely ball motion.
Yep.
And it's just the defense can never be prepared for it because it's like, who's gonna get the ball next? Like it's just.
What if? Now they were saying that Jerry Krause hired a guy as an assistant coach, and he was like the most brilliant basketball mind ever, and he was the one that designed the triangle offense. I can't remember the guy's name.
Well, it was
But
the one thing the whole thing that I took away from that was obviously they were enamored with Phil Jackson. Jerry Krause was.
yeah,
That's why they ended up hiring him after Doug Collins like took them to back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals and then also another winning season. Like Doug Collins, for how good of a coach he was, got mistreated pretty badly.
he did, and he was only there for what, like
3
4
seasons,
years?
86 to 89. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was great.
2 out of 3 years, like 3 years, you're there for 3 years. In 2 of them, you take them to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like nobody's getting rid of that coach.
Unless you're the Cavaliers and LeBron James.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got you, David Blatt. I still see you. I see you.
Yeah. But also, I never realized though, like LeBron James having so much control over everything, like wherever he
That's
goes.
what Michael had too, though. Like,
yeah, I didn't realize that Michael had that kind of control.
Should we talk about Dennis Rodman and the whole Las Vegas incident? Because that's a good segue.
I think we should.
Okay, first, before we dive into it, Carmen Electra still looks good.
Yes.
I don't. Yes.
She is aging well, especially compared to Dennis Rodman.
Well, Dennis Rodman's penis is the fountain of youth, don't you know?
Oh my, it must be. And it is sucking all of his youth away from him because he looks rough.
I was going to say, I think it hits men and women differently. Like for men, it's just like, this is my being. I need to use this. And for women, it's just like, if I just hop on that a couple of times, I bet I can age gracefully.
Yeah. Because it sucked all the life out of him. But whoever he fought, well, Madonna too.
But she's old. She was older.
I mean, but she's also like had a lot of plastic surgeries that don't look so hot, and it's something.
But so what I'm alluding to is, I think probably the greatest piece of sports documentary work I've ever seen is when Okay, so I guess you throw it in quotes. The 48 hours of Dennis Rodman needing a vacation and going to Las Vegas, and Phil Jackson basically consults with Michael Jordan and says, Michael, how do you feel about this? And Michael's just like, I mean, you do what you got to do, but you just be back here and be ready to play.
Like, you have 48 hours.
You got 48 hours. And Phil is like super supportive, and it's just like, you got 48 hours. Okay, so long story short.
Like, well, me and Dennis are kindred spirits.
Yeah, we're tantric souls.
I understand him better than anybody. Like,
he even said that to this day. Like, Dennis Rodman's like, Phil Jackson's like the best person I've ever met. Like,
yes,
because he just let him be. Like, he knew that Dennis was like a loose cannon, so he's just like, just let the cannon like fire himself tired, and then come back. The greatest thing though is that this 48-hour Las Vegas vacation would turn to 6 days. Is that what it ended up being? During the middle part of the regular season of the NBA season.
Right.
During a very, very good season thus far for the Bulls. And he leaves and, he kind of does what he has to do. But there's this one thing that came out, which was that when Dennis Rodman left a strip club one evening at 5 a.m., came back and had 20 rebounds that evening.
Holy
in
shit.
A game.
Yeah, they did leave that out.
Yeah, Kendall Gill brought that up in a later interview.
Yeah.
5 a.m., leaves the strip club. That evening, 20 rebounds in a game.
Yeah.
That statistic alone makes Dennis Rodman better than Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that puts him in Wade Boggs territory.
Oh, yeah. Puts him in Babe Ruth territory. Puts him in Doc Gooden territory.
Yes.
Could you imagine if he was also on LSD? Jesus Christ.
I mean, oh, Lord.
Like, the next morning, people come up to him and they go, Dennis, did you realize you had 20 and 20 last night? He goes, that ball was on fire. The ball was on fire the entire time. I wanted it out of my hands as fast as possible. It's just like, you had 20 and 20 last night. He goes, the ball was on fire.
By the way, I pulled up Carmen Electra on Instagram. Mostly older pictures, but they do have a picture of her like from the interview. Yeah. Here it is right here. Yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, she was she was in the limelight, obviously, in the uh, in the 90s. It was like her and Pamela Anderson.
Yes.
Yeah,
one of the hottest girls in the 90s.
Yeah. Wasn't she great? Well, wasn't she like People magazine's like sexiest woman alive or something like that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, whatever. I don't read that shit anymore. But yeah, so anywho, it's so good. It's a great sports documentary. Watch it.
Watch it if you
catch up. Watch it.
Yeah,
you can watch it on ISPN. You can watch it on. Just find it. You'll like it. I did watch continuous coverage of the NFL draft all weekend. Took copious notes of every adjective that they used. They used the word quick twitch probably 29 times in one broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steven Jackson had a hot take about the NFL draft. Did you hear it?
No, I didn't.
Well, he
the old Rams running back, Steven Jackson.
No, basketball player.
Oh, the basketball player. Oh, yeah. That's Steven.
That's Steven.
Yikes.
The pal Steven Jackson.
Yikes.
Okay.
Steven, I'll slap you, bitch, Jackson. Yeah, I got you.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, he had a hot take, though, about which I found really interesting, was that you never see, like, a white kid celebrating in a draft in a house full of black people. Like, you never see that shit.
Like, you have your reverse blindside moment?
Yeah, but the blindside moment in the NFL draft is so fucking common.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'll see, like, some, like, black kid, like, in the house.
Surrounded by white family.
Surrounded by white people.
Just like, who are these white people?
Yeah. You see, like, just, like, the one, like, prize Negro. And, like... and just, like, all the white people that molded him into what he is today.
like a fucking like a stallion horse.
Yeah.
Like, just take him now. He is yours.
Yeah. Like, he will serve you well. Like,
serve you well. He made many blessings for this home.
Well, I'm a proud donor of the University of
the University of old Mississippi.
Of Ole Miss, of Alabama, of Auburn.
Yes.
Go War Eagle.
Yeah, War Eagle. Roll damn tide. Yeah.
Hook 'em horns.
I got to tell you, boostering in college athletics is my favorite thing, maybe ever.
I feel like if you're from a big SEC conference, like, and you've made it in life, like, you have a great job, you make a 6-figure salary, you have this giant home in the South that costs $300,000 and you pay $8 a year in taxes for it. Your job is to, like, go to your nearest housing projects, find a big promising young Negroid male, take him in, nurture him, maybe let him fuck your young alabaster daughter, and hopefully it works out. And he gets of course he's going to play for, like, your alma mater.
Yeah.
And, like, ultimate goal is, like, he makes it to the NFL.
Now, how would you like to put on the blue and scarlet of the Ole Miss?
The blue and scarlet. How would you like to represent the crimson?
The navy blue and scarlet of old Mississippi.
Hold on a second, son. Nick? Yeah. I think I got one.
Hook, line, and sinker, Mr. Saban. I've got you one.
I do declare, Mr. Saban.
I do declare this boy is not only strong, but he is well-fed.
Mr. Saban?
Emotionless Saban.
I think it's time to gas up the Cadillac and take a drive up to Mobile. I think we've got one.
I think we got a live one.
Yeah, big robot, big strong one.
Yeah. He's also got, he also, it always, and it goes without fail, it always is, like, the most pristinely black name in the history of sports. She's like, do I have a sample for you? Jadavius.
I almost said Laquavius.
it's Jadavius.
Yeah. Jadavius Carter.
Yeah, I gotta tell you,
he's a 6'4", 340-pound defensive lineman.
My goodness gracious, that boy is well fed.
Yeah, and he's like 15 years old.
He's 13 years old.
Yeah, and he's 13 years old. He's 6'2", weighs 280. He has a full beard and hair on his chest.
How old are you, son? How old are you, son?
14.
14. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Man, have your balls at the bottom of the jockstrap already? Jeez, crow.
I actually have to get longer shorts, sir.
Oh yeah, this compression shorts ain't hanging these daddies in. He just said, Jesus, I gotta tell you, man, he's got 2 softballs and a mitt down there.
Yeah, come to find out, like his grandfather's a sharecropper, like somewhere in rural Alabama.
Like the most overtly racist job you can think of.
Absolutely.
Like it's just like, what does he do for a living?
Folks.
Believe it or not, he's a sharecropper. It's so ironic.
The kind of gracious good white folks took in.
What kind of fucking movie would we be able to write with just this dialogue alone? Like,
but we have to like switch it though. We have to somehow just.
What does he do for a living? Ironically, a sharecropper.
Yeah, like his grandpa's a sharecropper.
Like,
he's like, I want you to take
get the fuck out of here. No, he's not. Just like he is.
No, he really is. Like he's a sharecropper.
I shit you not.
His grandfather is a sharecropper.
And even Saban's like, I don't know about this one.
Fuck.
It sounded too good to be true. It is.
I thought they all died.
No, Nicholas, not all of them.
Like, god damn.
There was a couple apples that rolled away from the bunch.
Well, you remember what year was it? Was it like 2012 or 2013 where slavery like officially ended in the state of Mississippi?
Yeah, it was like 2010, I think.
Yeah, it was some like really, really like stupid recently.
Yeah,
slavery. They officially ratified.
It was a ratification.
The 14th Amendment.
They ratified it. It was like, okay. So the way I reckon it went down is
I reckon
it went down like this. Is I think it was what the government. And I'll throw this in quotes. They put it as a oversight.
Yeah.
and then when people started questioning it, they're like, I thought we changed this already.
Oh my word!
Let me rectify this immediately. Post haste. Post
haste.
And I think that's probably what happened. It's just like, oh shit, we didn't change this. We should change this immediately.
Yeah. I do declare. So, most indubitably.
Post haste. I have to tell you that I think that's exactly what happened. So it's just like there's some people talking about this act that apparently we forgot to get rid of. And then you got this one guy's like, is it the sharecropper thing? It's like, we haven't even started with that yet.
Like, what's that?
Just like, believe it or not, there's going to be a recruit that comes around in about 2019 that's going to bring up some very odd things from the past.
But to Steven Jackson's point, though, like I have never seen like some big corn-fed white boy from like Wisconsin or
I was going to say Iowa. Like, yeah, you got this. Okay, so he's just he's from like rural Iowa, and it's got to be like, okay, that's the other thing that the NFL draft did this year was for some reason they just decided to highlight like every player's horrible story.
Oh yeah, well,
everything.
They needed to fill time because they couldn't.
I know, yeah, because they're just doing this virtual draft thing.
Yeah,
but like, there's just things at the bottom of the screen. It's just like stats, where he went to school, mom used to be a drug addict. And it's like,
yeah,
we have to talk about that. You know, leading passer at Louisiana Tech, once ate once ate 28 chicken wings in 10 minutes. Dad is a crackhead. Just like, why? Why are we bringing that up? It's always like the last rung on the board. It's just like great bullet point about the kid, academic, All-American, went to school, a double major in philosophy and business. Yeah. Grandma died at 1.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we talking about this?
Fun one in there, like enjoys recreational eating challenges at local restaurants.
Yeah,
and then
international handball champion. Like,
mother once stole a VCR for crack money.
But they get so oddly specific with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Father wants bootleg rap CD. Like,
yeah. And meanwhile, then they pan over after talking about his whole backstory about his crack addict mom and dad who's just never around. And then they go to, like, you know, the living room of like an upper middle class white family suburban home. And it's like, wait, I don't think anybody in this room has smoked crack before.
Yeah, I was gonna say these look like pretty
these people.
These look like pretty clean cut white Americans if I've ever seen them.
Yeah. Crew cut dad over there looks like he definitely has a boat parked in a marina right now.
This looks like a fucking Brooks Brothers ad. What are we doing right here?
He's wearing a polo shirt tucked into his khaki shorts.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of tucked in khakis, did you see the cutaway for the quarterback from Washington, Jacob Eason?
No, I missed it.
Find it online. You just search it on Twitter. It's like Jacob Eason. There's this cutaway where there's a scene where he walks out of a bedroom with his girlfriend, and he looks like he's adjusting his belt, and she looks disheveled. But the thing is, though, is that like the family's in the living room, and the bedroom doesn't look like it's too far away from the living room. So it's like Jacob got frustrated he wasn't getting drafted, so he fucked the anger out of himself into his girlfriend. He's like, I thought it was going to be a first rounder. Come on, baby. I got to fuck this out.
Daddy, listen. I'm going to be able to pay off your mortgage like tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to get drafted tomorrow. So
I'm a man here now. All right. I got some things that I need to, and then he looks over at like his poor, like, you know, his poor, like very small frame girlfriend. Just like
she's defenseless. Yeah.
Yeah. I got some things that I need to.
Just looking her up and down like a snack, but like a snack he wants to murder. Like,
go in the bathtub, wash, drain, and wait.
That's my new favorite thing.
Wash, drain, and wait.
It's gonna be a T-shirt. Yeah, I'm writing it down.
Yeah, just write that down right now. Yeah. Wash, drain, and wait.
Wash, drain, and wait. We call it the Kim Jong special.
The Kim dynasty. That's what we call it. You wait until you are called for. So he gave her the Kim dynasty.
Yeah,
there's no pleasure for her at all. This is all
this is pure. This is a business transaction.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I got to build up tension.
Yeah,
and I just gotta get some things off my chest real quick. And
are we gonna do anything for me tonight? No, no, we will not.
Is it your birthday?
Yeah.
Is it Christmas? Jesus coming back? Bitch, you know who you're here for. You're here to service number 23.
You're here to perform fellatio on number 10.
On number 12. This is what you're here for.
Yeah, but that was, I saw that cutaway and I was like, he just fucked her. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And ESPN didn't, and of course ESPN, being ESPN, can't say anything. They're just like, well,
it's like they got a camera guy there. Like,
I don't think, no, they just have stationary cameras. So it's just like, it's like they from what I've been told, they basically gave the players that like you knew about and like you were going to see get drafted.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him stationary cameras and basically said, set it up in your living room, watch the draft, be there when we flash to you and so on and so forth.
So like Joe Burrow, for example.
Yep. Which was, of anybody, the most low-key situation. It's just Joe, mom, dad, that's it.
Yeah.
And it's just like perfect. That's exactly what I wanted in my number one pick. Humble, fucking like nothing flashy. He's wearing the area code of the area that he's from in Ohio. So he's repping his set, and I was like, this guy, he gets it. But
imagine though, like Joe Burrow is at a black ass family household. He's the white like serial killer looking kid, sniper look in his eyes.
Listen, if you haven't come to the conclusion that Joe Burrow has serial killer instincts, I'm not saying that he killed anybody, but I'm telling you, he's got a resting heart rate of 12.
Yeah.
That guy.
But imagine he's at like some black family's house, right? Like, and they're excited for him. You got the typical black father figure there. Bald head, goatee, the whole nine. Maybe wearing like cookout sandals.
You know what he was?
A hoop earring, like a small hoop earring.
Yeah, you basically nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've met this stereotype throughout my travels quite a bit. Yeah. I'm related to this stereotype. You're gonna see me evolve into this.
I look forward to it. I really do. It's my favorite. When I come over to your house for cookouts. That's what I intend on looking for.
Oh yeah,
it's like the maturation of that.
Yeah.
Like 9 to 10 years from now, when I see you and you're and then you're just like, you're just grilling up some burgers, and I'm just like, is that a hoop earring?
I'm like, oh, you like it? Like, yeah. Like, I'm gonna get like probably by the time I get into like my early 40s, like it'll come full circle, and one day you'll notice like,
I'd be like, what?
I got the overweight man towel, the sweat rag.
You're just beating your brow, like
just wiping off while I'm like, flipping burgers.
You're sweating. You're sweating from the gas coming up from the fire of the grill. Just like, you've been working out, just manning this grill, yeah.
Oh fuck! I got hiccups.
Oh no! Red wine. You notice me? Clean white wine, no hiccups.
Wow. Yeah. That's what we need. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have a hoop earring, and I'm gonna cut all this off, bald head, goatee. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find some down and out white kid from like a trailer park somewhere. His mom smoked.
It has to be from a trailer park. Okay.
Yeah. I gotta flip this shit, and I'm gonna bring him in. Like, I'm gonna coach him up, and he's gonna be my blind side. Like, he's gonna be like some big, like corn-fed white kid, like we said, Ohio, Wisconsin, maybe out in the desert somewhere in like Nevada or something.
He's pushing old broken down station wagons through a desert.
Yes.
It's just like, what's his deal? They're like, honestly, we don't know. It's just, his name's Gus.
That Gus. Has he
ever played organized sports before? It's just like, I don't even know if he talks.
In my mind, I'm just like, perfect.
Gus, can you come here for a second?
He just,
yeah.
Yeah. Like, how old are you, son? And Gus is about 6'5". He weighs well over 300 pounds.
Yeah. Can we just go back to the fact that he's pushing a station wagon in the desert?
He's pushing a station wagon. He's wearing cut-off jean shorts, so short that you can see the pockets, an old ratty T-shirt, with like some band on it from like the late 80s.
Correct. Iron
He's
Maiden.
Got a mullet and a very like wispy mustache. I'm like, Gus, how old are you, son? Kid doesn't even know his own birthday. Like, he just has no idea. I gotta go to like the dentist to confirm his age. And even then, it's a guess.
I think he's 16.
I think
he might be 20. I don't know.
Dentist is like, I've never seen this before. I'll be honest. There's 4 wisdom teeth in here, but that looks like a baby tooth. I'm all over the map on this one. I'm just gonna guess a strong to light 14 years old.
He's anywhere between 12 and 26. I'm not sure. he's either in functioning years, or he's fully functioned and really dumb. We don't know yet.
We really don't know. Honestly, Mr. Price. Oh shit! Almost said my last name. Honestly, Gerald,
we know who you are.
Your age.
People know who you are. They'll find you.
Yeah, they'll find me. I was like, honestly, Gerald, he could be your age. And at this point, I'm like 43. So.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to find. And we're going to coach him up.
And he is going to get he's going to get a motherfucking scholarship.
That's right. I mean, I'm going to be a booster. What school should I be a booster for?
Oh, you're a deep South booster for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, like LSU or like I think Florida. I feel like you'd be a perfect.
So it's Morehouse.
So you'd be. Oh, you want to go to like a historically black college? So you want to be like Grambling State?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even think Morehouse really has a football team anymore.
I don't think no. So like if you're talking about like historically black colleges, so you're talking like Grambling.
Yeah.
Howard. Let me still think. North Carolina A&T.
Yeah. We're really gonna flip this shit on its head.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What's the there's a Hornet. One has a Hornet. Keep forgetting the name of the school.
Georgia A&T?
No, they're like
we'll just say Georgia Tech. We'll just say Georgia Tech. All right.
I can't think of anything else. Georgia Tech it is.
Yeah, we'll just say Georgia Tech. And so that's where this kid is going to go. He's going to go to Georgia Tech. God, I can't wait to find my big old white kid in the desert. Just like pushing a 94.
Yeah, my proverbial diamond in the rough.
Yeah, pushing a 94 like Caprice wagon through the desert.
It's a big heavy car.
That's a big heavy car.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was like, it's bigger than a Trailblazer.
Yeah, for real. I think the one thing that the biggest takeaway from like the whole draft thing, obviously besides the tragedy of every story, was I honestly, it was actually really well. I thought it was going to be a train wreck, and it was actually like really well done. Like there was like virtually no problems, considering the fact that like the only thing that was weird about it was like this this odd like tape delay between like the commissioner and then he's talking to like a video screen of like pre-recorded fans.
Yeah,
and it's like all right, that's a little weird, but
he's an actor, and like this is.
Yeah.
It
is what
expected.
It is.
Yeah.
They did a pretty good job of it overall. I mean, I'm happy,
Absolutely.
My Lions did what they had to do. They drafted pretty good.
Yep.
Eagles,
I think they made out pretty well.
They did all right. Yeah.
They did all right. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how they shake out.
I always got to see.
Yeah.
Little shake, little rattle.
Yep.
A lot of adjectives, a lot of describing words.
Yeah.
Mel Kiper was all hyped up, and he's just like, let's talk about a guy who's kind of tall, but not very tall. He's fast, but not quick.
Oh, fuck. That was a hard one.
He's fast, but not quick.
Fast, but not quick.
Yeah.
Great hand speed.
He's got good lateral speed, not great agility. It's always that.
Yeah.
My thing is too is that like a lot of offensive linemen got drafted in this draft. There's a lot of them this year, and it's always the guys that are like 6'4", 317, short arms though. Like the Lions drafted a kid from Kentucky, big guy, I think his measurables like 6'3", like 316. Plays guard. He's going to play guard in the NFL.
Of course.
It's just like he's got good reaction off the ball. He's got good lateral movement, better in the pass game than he is in the run game. Short arms for his size. I'm like, really?
So better in the pass game than the run. Okay, so he's kind of slow.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Playing in a predominantly spread off offense. Yeah, like he protects.
He's going to be an NFL interior lineman.
Yeah, exactly. He's durable.
For sure.
Yeah,
he's not quite smart enough to play center.
But no, he did play a little center in college too. You always like a guy that can play both. If you got a guy, yeah, I love a guy.
That means he's not a complete dummy.
Exactly. Oh God, you don't. That's the thing though. Is like if you look at if you go through the lexicon of great centers in the league, like I'm not even. This is an actual statistic, but 4 out of 10 of them went to an Ivy League school.
Absolutely.
They're two of the best centers I remember from the 90s. Matt, you remember the name Matt Burke? He played for the Vikings back in the 90s, Harvard. Yep. And then was it not Jeff Saturday? Somebody went. There was another one who was one of the best centers of all time. Went to Columbia. Just big smart dudes because they literally have to know the entire playbook. And then
absolutely,
again,
you have to know the whole offense.
Yep, because you're the one that's
basically the defense.
Yeah, you're the one that's pointing out the last ditch effort. If you're just hey, by the way, this guy's going to come up, and I know that for a fact, so we should probably go to the right. It's all right, cool. You know?
Yeah.
And he's also the one guy that gets slapped on his ass more than anybody in the entire league.
Yeah. You get a little, tap.
That's the thing, man. To be a center, there got to be 3 things. You got to be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have to be reactive, and you have to be willing to be assaulted for every corner of every game.
Yeah.
You're going to get your butt touched a lot.
I'm not when I'm going to recruit my big corn-fed desert rat. I'm not looking for a center. I'm looking for a fucking just angry nose tackle, a D lineman.
I want a grizzly defensive lineman or the best left tackle I can find.
I don't necessarily need I don't need the heartwarming left tackle story.
No, I don't want a heartwarming left tackle story. I want a grizzled 9-time Pro Bowl story. Just that guy is so fucking scary. I don't even want to run past him.
I want to find a fucking just angry Ndamukong Suh. Just that's what I want.
Do you want him to also assault players on the field?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
Jesus, you gotta rein that boy in, and I'm just
it's I can't.
Gus.
You know what the best thing about him is that he's on the field a borderline. He's borderline committing crimes.
Yeah.
But off the field, he's donating millions in in philanthropic efforts. It's always that guy.
Yeah.
It's just between the lines, he turns it on. And then as soon as he leaves the field, it's just all right, you guys want to go to get some ice cream or I don't know. Who are you thinking of?
It was someone that was just drafted, and they interviewed him, and fuck, I can't remember the guy's name, but he basically said the thing I love about football is that I can assault people and nobody calls the police. And I get to do it every week. I gotta find this. It was on.
You really do have to find that.
Yeah, I gotta find this.
Can you post? Yeah, if you find it, can you post it on our social media page?
Of course.
Please do. Put it on our Insta or put it on Twitter. At Wine Boys Pod. Check it out later.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh my god.
I gotta find this.
All right.
We're gonna put that in a new tab. Hold on. I'm looking for it right now.
All right. This is great. This is great.
Yeah.
It's great for the podcast. Yeah.
Fill the dead air.
Yeah. Filling. I'm filling. I'm gonna fill it up. Oh, I'm gonna fill it. Watch me fill you.
Fill it. Fill me.
Okay. Come on. All right. Look at my eyes when I do it though.
Come on. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I said okay.
Fuck.
So much pressure.
Oh, I'm close. Here it is.
Okay.
He was picked up by the Falcons. Marlon Davidson.
Oh, the kid from Auburn.
Yes. Yeah. And he basically said
you talk about a guy that's not that big but pretty fast, got long arms, not great feet.
Yeah. D lineman from Atlanta. Who went to Auburn.
Yeah.
Yeah. He basically said, what I love is I can hit a man as hard as I can, and the police don't come. No one calls the police. And I was like, this guy is incredible.
That is a guy I want on my team.
And what I love about that is that's the kind of I mean, this dude's black, but that is the kind of white kid I need, though, with like that amount of anger inside of him.
With mixed in with a little like teenage angst with young adulthood.
Yes.
And it's just like,
I mean, let's be honest, we don't know if he's 14 or like 37.
Like I said, he's anywhere between 12 and 26.
Yes.
He's we don't know. We're not sure.
We really don't know. It's just like, God damn, Gerald, did you find the missing link? Like we don't know what this guy is.
We're not exactly sure what it is.
But he's strong as all.
But we're also gonna refer to him as it, because I'm not even sure if this is a man.
But he's strong as all hell.
Yeah.
He weighs about as much as a Chevy Aveo. And he's also faster than a Chevy Aveo.
Yeah, so. And play your cards right, and you could get him drafted. You're going to ride the stallion to the dance.
That's right. And you're going to see me like in the stands just smiling with all my teeth out. Just
pop them out. There we go.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be on draft day. I'm going to be in the house wearing like the typical like boosters uniform. Alma mater polo shirt.
Yep, of course.
Okay, with shirt tucked into khaki shorts, boat shoes, no socks.
Yeah.
And glasses attached to like that lanyard thing.
Yep. And for some reason, a rolled up newspaper.
Yep.
That
exactly.
It's like Jerry's reading the news again.
Yeah. Like put on a baseball cap, and I could be fishing. That is how I'm going to look on draft day.
Like just approachable dad. Like that's
approachable suburban upper middle class dad. Made a lot of money in oil.
Oil or like real estate. Yeah, real estate
or whatever. And that's how I'm going to be dressed. And as soon as this kid gets drafted, the camera's in his face, like everyone's, I'm going to come right behind him. Put my hands on his shoulders, like, knew you were gonna be good, son. Like,
I knew you were gonna make something of yourself, Gus.
I knew it, Gus. I knew it, son. I love you, boy.
Yeah. That day I saw you pushing that Volkswagen in the desert, I knew.
It was bigger. It was a Caprice.
The day I saw you pushing that Caprice in the desert, I knew. I got myself a draft pick. I got myself a draft pick right here.
You're the goose that lays the golden eggs, boy.
He's pushing 5 persons with a car right now. Imagine him on the NFL on the gridiron right now. Oh my goodness gracious me, oh my.
When you were 17 or 32,
whatever the fuck age you were.
However the fuck old you are, I don't care. And you bench press 425.
425 10 times?
10 times?
I knew I got myself a golden goose.
Didn't even take off your old beat-up work boots.
Yes. Yeah. Before you engage with endorsements, please let me read them over first.
Read over the contracts. Oh, my God. I'm going to get this kid signing so many fucked up endorsement deals.
So many, yeah.
Oh, my God. Like,
wow, you actually sold me out to a company that makes station wagons still. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an origin story.
I mean, you're in a legally binding contract that you specifically only drive Chevy Caprices for the next 30 years.
And that's no one's fault but your own because you're such a big brick shit house of a boy.
Yeah. Well, I got a friend that's a lawyer. He'll take care of this.
Yeah. Or will he? Or will it never see the light of day?
Yeah. Like all of his contracts specifically state that I'm his business manager, accountant, agents.
You're just like, man, you wear a lot of hats and
real estate,
whatever. Yeah. Personal chef, like just everything.
Gus wants a new house. You know, I'm also like his accountant, his bookkeeper, his lawyer,
his
and
broker. His everything.
I just do everything for him. Like,
I'm an everyman.
I do it all. Listen, Gus just needs to focus on the game. My job, I do everything else.
Gus focuses on Gus is football. I am finances. Football and finances.
Football and finances. Meanwhile, like you have the not-for-profit organization I set up for Gus, and then we have like, you know, that typical like ribbon cutting ceremony on Gus's foundation, and I'm smiling so big because I know that I'm pocketing like 98% of the proceeds from this charity softball event. That we got the biggest names in sports to attend and like pretty much pay for their spot on the lineup, like, because that's how these things work.
Mm-hmm. Listen, we know how I know how not-for-profits work. They're making money.
Cam Newton's up to bat. I'm just smiling ear to ear.
Oh, look, Drew Brees is here.
Just
yeah,
like
Gus
loves sloppy joes.
Yes, he does.
Smiling.
It's home of the hot brown. Come on over, Gus.
Come on over, Gus. Gus, we actually got you a great new endorsement deal. It's a small place up in Syracuse, New York, called Charlie Mustard's. Home of the hot brown.
They make this thing called the hot brown. It's a national institution. Basically what it is, and you're going to love this, Gus, is it's 2 pieces of Wonder bread, white bread, or wheat bread, like wheat bread, depending if you want it healthy. Mm-hmm. Hormel beef chili and Velveeta cheese.
Yes.
Sprinkle with parsley if you want it extra healthy.
4 ladles full of Velveeta cheese, melted, of course.
Doesn't that sound delicious, Gus? You're the new spokesperson.
A Velveeta bechamel, if you will.
It's a frothy bechamel. It's mostly plastic.
It's just mostly plastic and petroleum in there. Velveeta cheese, now with less petroleum.
Did you know that margarine is mostly plastic? Did you I read I was like, oh my God, my mom's been pumping this into my diet. No wonder I have Crohn's. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I've been eating plastic for 30 years. Like, margarine. So even Fabio couldn't even talk me into it. I can't believe it's not butter because it's plastic.
Oh man! So Gus is gonna be the new face.
The new face of Charlie Mustards.
Charlie Mustards.
Hey Gus, what do you got to say about it? Charlie Mustard's good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gus.
Thanks, Gus. I just imagine Gus just wispy mustache.
That's literally the whole TV spot. That's just like, it's just us like dancing around, and it's just like the last 5 seconds. It's like, let's talk to our new spokesperson, Gus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie Mustards.
What team does Gus play for in the NFL?
So I guess, do you want him to stay like close to home? Do you want it to be like, you want it to be like a Midwest team?
He's got to stay close to home because he can't get too far away from my.
So he's in Vegas, right?
Yeah. Well, he was in Vegas, but I brought him out to Atlanta.
Okay, so you brought him down south.
That's where I live. You know, that's where.
So you want to say like the Atlanta Falcons?
He could be a Falcon.
Could be a Tennessee Titan.
Or he could be a Saint.
Could be a New Orleans Saint, yeah.
Well, he'll play for the Falcons.
He's a hometown. Well,
yeah, but for some reason,
transplanted hometown boy.
For some reason, though, all of his endorsement deals are like in the Syracuse area.
Yeah,
so like
got a lot of ties in Syracuse, New York. It's just like well, when I find a good opportunity, I strike.
Right.
Charlie Mustards.
Little do they know.
Oh God. Let's do that. Let's take a round trip. Let's just take a trip and let's just try to find just like some gargantuan boy, and let's take him for all he's worth.
Yeah, he has to be white though.
He has to be white. Yes, of course. Of course.
Well, we're gonna flip this stereotype on its head.
We are
just like the big. Yeah. Like, I play football, black kid, like sitting in a house full of like, upper middle class like. Petite white people.
Yeah, we're flipping the stereotype on its head. We're actually doing good here.
Yeah,
we are. I mean, we're saviors.
Exactly. I'm gonna say.
I'll just keep looking at myself in the mirror, talking to myself over and over again. It's just like, yeah, he's gonna make a lot of money, and yeah, I'm gonna pocket a lot of it. But you know what? I'm doing something good here. I'm making a lot of myself.
Taking care of my family.
Yes, exactly. and my boats. Boats,
boats.
plural. I have a speedboat and a pontoon. I have two. I have my playboat and I have my party boat.
That's right.
Yeah. The pontoon is for the kids.
Yep. Also, I got a motorcycle now.
Yeah.
One of those like cruising ones.
Yeah. And I also got one of those Suzuki crotch rockets because, I like to feel it in my loins.
But then I need to tow all this stuff. So, of course, I got a Ford F-150 King Ranch.
Ranch. Yeah, of course.
Yep. Had to buy a new house.
Yeah, had to buy a new house. Since we pay like no taxes down here, this house is a cool $500,000 with like $4 of the taxes
a year. And on top of that, I need a few other toys. I mean, the wife needed a Range Rover, of course. Gus bought a car for himself, Caprice wagon.
Brought to you by Brought to you by the only Caprice dealership in Greater Atlanta.
We only sell Chevy Caprices from the early 90s.
We are the only stockpiled Chevy Caprice dealer in all Greater Atlanta. What a business strategy.
What's the business owner's name? His name has to be just like Rick Strutzman.
I was gonna say it's gonna be very porny. It's gonna be very it's gonna be very like 70s salesman. So he's gonna be like
he's just like kind of dirty, just bristle. He's like, listen, I fell in love with this car back in '92.
It's like Rick Jamesman or like
Rick Strutzman.
Strutzman.
And he's like, listen, I founded this business.
No. His name has to be like Buddy or something. So it's like
Buddy Tomlinson.
No, that's too big.
Okay.
It's got to be something easy, like Buddy Thomas.
Okay, Buddy Thomas.
Yeah. So you got Buddy Thomas. Buddy Thomas, who's is like the exclusive Chevy Caprice dealer in all Greater Atlanta.
Yeah. And everybody keeps telling him, like, listen, buddy, you could sell like some newer Chevys and you'd probably do pretty well. And he's like, fuck that. This is the greatest.
This is the greatest vehicle in the history of time.
He was like, now listen, I've given up a lot to continue selling my Caprice wagons.
A wife. Both my children.
Yeah. I got an ex-wife. Prostate the size of a grapefruit. 2 kids I hate. Even the dog fucking hates me. But I'll tell you something. This is the best goddamn vehicle ever created.
I'll put my goddamn life savings into this.
I owe the IRS about $50,000.
We're not going to talk about that, buddy. We're not going to talk about that.
Who knew that this wouldn't be a sustainable business model? But God damn it. I love this car.
Even when I asked for the introductory loan for the bank, they were like, are you sure you want to just sell Chevy Caprices?
Yeah. You know, this actually reminds me of...
It's a classic vehicle.
There's this YouTube channel I watch, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just these car enthusiasts on here. And all they do is they just like fix up their cars and they just like take them to the track. But
I think you turned me on to this.
Yeah. And everything is extremely like well shot in like 4K. But whenever they're working on their cars, one guy drives a Subaru Forester that is STI swap. So he has a Subaru STI engine in his Forester. In his Forester, yeah. Like the vroom vroom fast boy. I know.
Fast boy.
Yeah,
which is in a Forester just seems it's like because that's just like the ultimate mom car, yeah.
Yeah. But now he's actually having them like put like the Japanese edition like fast boy engine in his little like 97 Civic. So they went to fucking like Montana to find the premier K-swap experts for the 1997 to 2002 Honda Civic.
Yikes!
This is what they do: is they rebuild engines and put them into this specific car. And I'm just like, okay, how sustainable is this business model where we build race engines and we put them into only this specific
late 90s model Civics?
Yeah. Or even the other guys like, yeah, I tune Evos. Mitsubishi.
Do you?
This is what I own a garage.
Is this all you do?
And we just tune Mitsubishi Evolutions, a car that's not even sold in the United States anymore. And I'm just wondering, like, how, like, it's such a niche business. I'm like, how sustainable is this?
I don't know, man. It's like I said, it's a tree. I don't think I want to bark up.
No, I just wonder that. Like, when I'm watching it, I'm like, okay.
I think when I get some business,
what, like 4 customers
a day, a month, yeah,
a year.
I think a month. Maybe I'm giving him a little bit more justice than he deserves.
Some credit. I mean, he's got to be doing something else. Granted, I mean,
probably
you're swapping out the engine on a car, so it's going to take at least a few days to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, what do you do the other, 342 days a year?
Drugs.
Nice.
I mean, yes, drugs.
Sure.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Man, so this episode a lot, man. We did a lot today.
We did a lot.
You know, I can't wait to review like episodes 5 and 6 of The Last Dance.
Yeah. So tonight, the Bulls reverse. Do we call it racism? Do we call it yeah. Sure. Yeah, we'll figure it out in the description.
Yeah, we'll watch the draft this weekend. We got everything, got some house cleaning items taken care of. Some great wine suggestions for the boys this week. Thank you so much. wineboyspod@gmail.com to give us your wine suggestions. Anything else you guys want to hear about as we're quarantine boys for the foreseeable future? Well, that's one thing I wanted to touch upon because I talked about it today. So, like, the governor was in our hometown today.
Squat up.
Yeah, squat up, squatty.
Squat.
Just talking a bunch of ill shit. And the thing that today, my biggest takeaway from the governor was he was so he's been so blatantly honest that it's almost like, how is anybody ever this honest about everything? So, like, a lot of questions came up because of the way that we are as people. We always want to think about like the summer and like what we're going to do around here. So the big thing is like, are sports going to come back in the fall?
Mm-hmm.
And are we going to have the New York State Fair, which the State Fair is literally like in my backyard. Like where I live is like the State Fair is like 5 minutes away.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing. That's a huge money grab for our neck of the woods.
Absolutely.
So my thing is like, he was like, no, until the whole state opens.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's just like, well, that's going to take a long time. He goes, yep.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. And then he's just like, that's basically with not exact words. They're just like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And if you don't straighten the fuck up, it's going to take longer. That's basically what he's just saying. Like,
yeah.
It's just like, it is. So sorry, no
fun. New Yorkers have died already. I don't want more.
Yeah, sorry, no funnel kicks and deep fried Oreos for you this year, fucker. That's basically what it was. He looked at people and it was just like, no.
Yeah, what was it? Pizza Villa had their little drive-up thing this past weekend.
Oh yeah, so there's this. Yeah, so there's this delicacy. I don't even know if I want to call it a delicacy. I don't know if they're still doing it. I think they ran out.
Yeah, they
so
did.
There's this.
They did it last weekend.
Yeah, so there is this item at the New York State Fair. And New York encompasses everything. Now it's an attraction. We get 1 million plus people, dousing through greasy doors every day at the New York State Fair.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
And there's this one in particular item. It's called pizza frite.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what it is, and what I can only describe it as, is just this long piece of dough.
Yep.
Which is
fried.
Basically it's 4 feet of dough.
Yep.
Fried and rolled
mm-hmm.
into like a snake form.
Yep.
And then doused in sugar.
Yep.
And that's it. That's all it is.
That's all it is. And it is goddamn delicious.
It's great. Of course it is. It's just this giant slab of dough in sugar. Why wouldn't it be good? It's like an institution for 2 weeks of the summer in late August around here.
Yes.
Like, I don't even know how much money they make. I would assume they make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Working for 2 weeks.
Working for 13 days.
Yeah, if that. Well,
if
I figure they got the Taste of Syracuse, and they have the fair.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
That's it.
So they have all. So we have our little like niches. So there is this. This time obviously is very, very weird. So what has happened is they opened up a stand of pizza free randomly, which is causing hour to 2 hour plus long lines of traffic.
Yes.
Which if that doesn't describe where we live in a nutshell, I don't know what does.
Yeah. Now where they were, Syracuse Boys stand up. They were parked at the fucking Wendy's on Erie Boulevard by Bridge Street. And the line went all the way down past Chipotle.
Yeah, which let me tell you, if I'm going to do that in like nauticals, we're talking like 3 New York City blocks, maybe
longer than that.
5.
Longer. That was over a mile.
Man, I'm sorry. You're talking. I'm sorry. I was kidding. I got my restaurants mixed up. It's probably a 3/4 of a mile.
I'd say, to a mile.
Yeah,
that's
3/4.
How long the line was of cars.
Yeah,
lined up
lines of cars for fried dough.
Yep.
Puffed up, sugary, in your mouth.
You need to get out the house, man.
I know. That's really what it boils down to. Is like, they're like, we'll just create this like line of chaos because people need to get out of the house. Like, listen, man, just take a drive. I did today. You know,
you got to, man.
I had to. I didn't even get out of my car though. I had the sunroof on my car. I just put the sunroof and I just drove.
Felt alive.
Just for like an hour, man. Just loosened up. I had to. It was nice to
my house.
I drove to your house to get some headphones.
Yep. I left them in the mailbox.
You did social distancing.
That's right. Key.
Yeah. I took the long way though. I took the long way to get to your house. I went the roundabout way. No, I took the highway, but I took the roundabout way to get to your house. And then I drove around a little bit.
Okay.
Drove the highway back and then drove some back streets. I took the long way home.
Okay.
So it was like I just need to breathe air. It was nice outside.
Roll down the windows.
Yep. Listen, put on a some trap music and just put it in the sunroof and that was it.
The nights he felt alive.
It was the first time I felt alive in a while. I was dying on the inside.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
look like your coloring's come back.
A little bit. I got sunburned.
Oh, good.
No, I didn't. It's just how bright this light is in here.
Mm-hmm.
Got it on full blast.
I've been doing some chip shots in the backyard practicing. Got a bucket.
For the non-golf we're going to play this year?
For all the golf we're not going to play this year, yeah. Just, chip it into a bucket.
I went down into my basement and pulled out my golf clubs, and I was just, like, swinging my sand wedge around when I was, like, looking at my laundry. I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm not going to play this year.
We're not playing golf this year.
That was the conversation I was having with myself the entire time. It's just like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm practicing nothing right now.
You're like, I'm going to fucking polish these babies up real quick.
Yeah. That's like me going, that's like, that. I did this weekend too. I went into my closet and I went and looked at all the clothes that I was going to give to Goodwill. I go, when the fuck am I driving there? Yeah. Like, I'm not going there.
Oh my God. I've put so many miles on my sweatpants.
Yeah. I'm wearing the same pair of sweatpants right now.
Yeah.
Don't act like you're not. If you're better than sweatpants in this current state of time, you're not. Mm-hmm. Get some decent ones. Like I got some joggers like that have some running miles on them.
Uh-huh.
Like get decent sweatpants. Boys, if you're going to make investments right now, get some brand name sweatpants. Athletic wear sweatpants that are joggers so they hug your ankles.
Yeah.
No straight leg sweatpants. We're beyond that.
I'm wearing a pair of Public Recs right now, man.
Yes.
Good pants.
Yes. I'll tell you, I got some Gap sweatpants.
Ooh.
Yeah. Fuzzy boys.
Exercising the Gap boys. Because they're hot. Get you all sweaty.
Yeah. Ooh, get me more smoke. Yeah, you horny.
Yeah, you horny. Oh, you horny.
All right.
Boys, let's make like a tree and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Let's make like a tree.
Tired. He's got a lot to do in the morning.
What are you gonna do? Wake up the kid? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Get up, baby.
get off the damn bed, baby.
What time is she waking up right now? What time is the baby?
8:00.
That's a very normal time to wake up.
Yeah.
Shit, that's when I'm waking up.
She's usually up at you hear around 7:30, but we don't go get her till 8.
Yeah.
Like she is a super like normal. We'll put her down at like probably about 8:30, and then you just don't hear from her until like 7:30 in the morning.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
You got a good baby. Congratulations.
Yeah, she's a good baby.
She's a good baby.
Yeah, good baby.
Yeah. I'm glad during this quarantine time, I'm glad I do not have a baby because I sleep like a fucking animal.
Oh my God. No, what sucks is when you actually have to get work done. You have a
Yeah.
kid.
I mean, inevitably there's going to be actual work that has to be done.
Well, yeah, but also like kids are annoying, dude. Like,
well, yeah, they need attention. They're fucking,
yeah,
they don't know how to,
like, crawling around.
she doesn't know how to
stands up.
articulate anything yet.
Yeah, she just like stands up like right there where your like computer is. Like you're sitting there like trying to type something, your computer's on the coffee table, and then she just comes over and just grabs your mouse. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. See, my thing is like the one thing that you have is, baby with some self-control, and I have animals in my house. Like I have cats, and they just walk everywhere.
Yeah, but like your cats are just more athletic than my child. That's
well, yeah, because they're cats. They're predators.
Yeah, you have a bunch of like live predators in the house. Like, one of them just walked past. Me, on the other hand, like she'll crawl around, she'll yell. She's not even crying; she's just yelling.
She's just being like, "I'm here, hello, I'm here." It's just like, fuck, I know. Yeah, I made you, I know.
Yeah, she just yells. She's not crying. She's not.
Yeah,
she just yells.
Listen, tiny, listen, tiny me. I'll get you when I get you.
Yeah, like I'm on this like Google Meet right now, and I can't hear because you're just making noise. And then you gotta yell at her because she's trying to play in the vent. You want her to like cut her little finger open. Just
Yeah, she's stupid. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, kids, you're fucking stupid, baby.
Fucking stupid babies, man.
Yeah. All right.
Be smarter,
Yeah, be smarter. Fucking learn.
Stop being so dumb and be smarter. Could you imagine if it was just that easy? Like, stop being dumb. She's like, okay.
Stupid baby.
You're a dumb baby. She goes, I know. She's like, holy shit.
Whoa.
You can talk? Yeah, I've been able to talk the entire time. I was just waiting for you to call me an asshole.
All right. Let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle.
Hey, big one next week. Big one. One hundy next week.
Oh, shit, it is.
I know. Yeah.
What are we going to do?
I'm going to come.
Champagne?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we would just have a live OnlyFans.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You going to jerk off on?
Well, yeah.
On the Zoom, and then we'll upload it?
Yeah.
A tasteful teaser on Instagram, like you're going to do like a burlesque show?
I'm just going to like put it in a cup and just show it. I'll be like, you guys like this shit?
It's my nut. Just bottle it up. It fills up about half of this water bottle. It's a lot of cum.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
Even then, like this much left would be a lot. You're just like, yeah, this is my load. You're like, Jesus, it's a lot of cum.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of cum.
Jesus Christ. Well, what's that T-shirt that you wrote down? It was just the
greatest
drain, wait.
Yeah. Wash, drain, and wait. Kim Dynasty.
The Kim Dynasty.
Oh God! Can't wait to print those.
Just a naked Korean woman sitting uncomfortably in a dry bathtub.
Shameful, but also wanting.
Shameful yet wanting.
It's like that perfect juxtaposition of like, I'm horny, but I'm also scared.
It's got to be like a gold bathtub, though.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna have some like gold plating or like
just
it's gonna have a
ostentatious bathtub.
It's a very clean porcelain. Like there's gonna be
like a clawfoot tub
Oh yeah,
but it's gold.
Oh,
and everything is very like late 80s, early 90s dictator vibe. Like you've got like the green tile, but you've also got like red curtains.
Correct. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, don't forget the red curtains.
Yeah, there's red curtains. Absolutely.
Oh my God, of course.
Communism.
You need it. You need it right now.
Everything has red accents.
Yeah, there has to be. We have to
and,
keep
like,
that.
Fake plants like next to this golden jacuzzi tub.
Stop. You're listen. You're gonna kill it. We've got a great idea. We're gonna roll with it. All right, boys. We'll see you next week. We're turning 100. It's a big one.
Yeah, 100 episodes of this.
Jeez, can you believe it? We've done things that you guys never thought we were gonna do.
Shouts out to the haters.
Shouts out to the haters. You fuel us. Yeah. Working on a weekend like usual. So
that's right.
All right. We'll see you next.
Love that you just quoted Drake.
I know. I toss it in from time to time just to see if the boys are still flexing.
Yeah.
It's just like, wait, did he just say it? Yeah, he said it.
Yeah, way off in the deep end, like usual.
Yeah. Life's good, It's just, that music video is tight. I love that music video. Life's good.
It's good, man. Maybe next week, 100 episode, we just have to talk about like our favorite future quotes.
Oh god, this is sensational. There's so many.
Oh my god, like
there's so many.
On the streets. I'm gonna tell a lie under oath. Like you gonna cry in that you gonna cry in this Phantom or that Nissan.
Yeah. Like, again, if we're on the topic of the best gifts, the future sensational gift is my favorite one that I keep just like locked and loaded. Like if somebody does anything that's even worth mentioning on Twitter, it's sensational. Yeah. How are you feeling right now?
Sensational.
Yeah. That or Action Bronson being like, I feel luxurious right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's especially when if I take any edibles or if I like really get, some good. I have that feeling myself vibe. Just like, how you feeling right now? I feel tremendous right now. Sensational.
Sensational.
Yeah.
All right. Boys, let's ski-daddle.
Ski-daddle.
Okay.
We'll talk to you next week. Keep that quick twitch motion.
That's right.
Quick but not fast. We'll see you next week.
Short arms.
Bye.
I love you. Please call me back.